Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. We're back tonight once again with the Leclerc career mode. We are going into the Azerbaijan, the Baku Grand Prix today. We have done our European leg of the season now, and we're heading into the final 8 rounds now of the season. We've got Azerbaijan today. We've got Singapore tomorrow, of course. So a couple of pretty tough street tracks coming up here. Then we've got Kota, Mexico, Brazil next week. And then, of course, after that, we'll have Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. So we are into the final stage of the season now. So we should be getting our regulation changes come through fairly soon. Whether or not we'll commit to them is another question. Depends whether we stay at Williams or not, I guess. But either way, that's happening soon. And we will adjust accordingly, I guess. I do not write. You're safe today, noob. You're safe today. Unless I was wearing a Toro Rosso shirt. But I was decided to be nice to you. I did not, though. Don't worry. Red Bull getting two prediction wins in a row for Merge. Let's go, Jam. Love to see it. Buddy's getting paid out good lately. But yes, we are on the Red Bull merch. Jam is the only one to actually put Red Bull, actually. I think I might have accidentally put the prediction at 2 minutes instead of 5. So for those who didn't get on the prediction, my bad. I apologize. But maybe it was good for you unless you would have put Red Bull. Almost paid out McLaren thinking it was to enter. No, I'm afraid not. Prediction gets paid out and it updates that I actually predicted. Twitch make me lose lifespan. I guess just a visual bug then. I hope anyway. As long as it's not me, then I don't care. Let's go in chat to welcome in here first of all, though, as well. Jam, Lucas, Wolf, welcome in, guys. You're putting good. Nika, welcome in as well. Cake, welcome in. Phoenix, Cake, welcome in as well, guys. LSGTR, welcome in as well. Jam, of course, welcome in. Carla, welcome in. Who else we got here? Riff, welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you have a lovely day. I hear Jam and always look up to my TV screen, then remember jamming. Yeah. I think there's a third Jam as well that occasionally comes in from time to time. So, yeah. Maybe you guys need to rename yourselves or something. I don't know. Or we go for a battle royale, fight at the Jams. They don't come in too often, if I remember. But you never know. But yeah, we are having a very stellar season so far with Arthur. Of course, we had the Italian Grand Prix out in Monza last time. We started at the back of the grid for that one. We took a brand new engine. And from that, we started P20, we finished P1, we won the damn race. We did our last to first in Monza. We obviously had that very intense last lap battle with Azerbaijan as well. So, sorry, in Monza. So, yeah, anything like that today would be definitely a treat, but I'm not expecting too much. Obviously, we do have a very quick car in straight lines. That proved in Monza and it proved in Belgium. Azerbaijan does have a fair few straight lines, but obviously does have its fair share of low-speed corners as well. So, difficult to say whether they'll be strong today. There's definitely opportunity for us to have some good lap time, but obviously in that middle sector and a bit of that final one first, we might also be a bit slower as well. So, yeah, not sure if we'll go back to back W's, but I guess we'll see, right? I get called Jammin as my name isn't Benjamin, so everyone calls me Jammin as ironic type of nickname. Fair enough. I mean, I can try and say Jammin, but I still think Jam would get tripped up by that. And I'm sure you probably would as well, to be fair. I think everyone would get tripped up by it. But yeah, let's jump into the mid-screen so you guys can see how the season is panning out as we head into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So, we do sit in second place in the Drivers' Championship right now. Quite far from Max Verstappen. We're 65 points away from the Dutchman so far, who has scored basically a podium almost every single race he's finished in. A couple of exceptions there as well in Miami and Monaco. But every other race that he's finished in, he has got a podium. So his consistency has been pretty elite this season. We've also been fairly consistent as well for a car which has kind of been around mid-table the entire season. So, yeah, we can be very happy with how it performed so far. And hopefully that can continue as we head into the final 8 races of the season. We are currently sitting 13 points up on our brother Charles Leclerc, and of course Lando Norris on 200 points in 4th place as well. So only 15 points separating 2nd to 4th. So still a good battle going on in that high end of the championship. There's a big gap between where Norris and Alonso is, a big old 48 points between those two. So I don't think we'll be under too much pressure from the Spaniard, unless of course we have a bit of a rut at some point. But yeah, if all goes according to plan, if all goes according to the form as well, then hopefully we could get a top 4 this season in Championship. I don't expect to finish second, but I think if we can finish in the top 4, you know, I think we can call that a very successful season, can't we? Especially considering we were looking around mid-table for a good part of the season up until around Miami and so that sort of area. So, yeah, hopefully we can try and continue this run of form and keep on pushing. Jam has 400 plus messages. Jam has over 1k. Yeah, the thing is, you'll never know exactly how many Jam has because once it hits 999, it just says plus and that's it. So you'd have to individually count each one. And I don't think we're going to do that. I love you, Jan, but we're not doing that for you. Right, let's do our specialist first of all then, shall we? Manufacturing expert. Complete 3 sessions without damaging your car or drive 210 miles during the race weekend. Let's go 210 miles during the race weekend. I don't know, because the walls are very close around here. I don't think I'll risk it with the damage. Power unit consultant. Reach a speed of 209 mile an hour during the weekend. We should easily do that. In fact, I'm not even going to think twice about that one, actually. Quality assurance. Complete any 2 sessions without a flashback or incur no more than 2 penalties during an entire weekend. Let's go... We'll go without the flashbacks. Should be okay, I think. Usually we're right round here, so... Unless Castle decides to, you know, catch us out at some point. We have hit Castle a couple times in this game, so... I wouldn't put it past us, you know, not doing that again. Complete 2 practice programs during your weekend, or perfect the race strategy program. We always usually perfect that one, so we'll go with that. All right, perfect. Is there a sprint race around here, chat? I always forget. Is Baku a sprint race? I think it used to be, but I don't know if it is anymore. I can't remember. Vince Loki got me into F1. Just doing what I do best, Carter. I'm always happy to welcome new fans in. Used to be. It's not anymore, though, is it? I think this year it wasn't. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at the weather here as well. No, okay. It's a full normal weekend. That's fine. Right. Yeah, I don't think last year was. I know it used to be. Obviously, there was that moment between Russell and Verstappen, wasn't there, in that sprint race. And Verstappen definitely shared some thoughts. But no, they haven't got it for this year. Or 2024, at least. So, looks like we are going to get a mostly dry weekend. The practice does say it's going to be a bit wet. We're going to have a little bit of rain in FP1 and FP2, but FP3, quali, and the race should be perfectly fine. So, not expecting any weather for that. It's a bit cloudy at the start of qualifying, to be fair, but I don't think it'll rain. What's the race weekend stream schedule? We do practice for the first hour and a half-ish. Then we do quali, then we do the race. Something like that. It's just like a normal F1 weekend, basically, except we skip FP3. That's the only thing we usually do. Right, we are obviously getting a little bit warm on the ICEs right now. We obviously took a brand new set during the last weekend in Monza, but we still do have quite a lot of worn components. So I do think at some point, we probably still are going to have to take another ICE at some point, which isn't ideal, but, you know, what can you do about it? So, let's go with number 1 here. Oh, because the weekend's a race weekend, when are we streaming? Oh, the race weekend shouldn't affect my stream times. The race is during the night, essentially, or during the early morning, so my stream times will be unaffected, don't worry. Everything will be as normal for this weekend. Obviously, during weekends where the Grand Prix sort of intervenes with Creator Series or intervenes with a Sunday stream, then I might adjust accordingly, but otherwise, I should always be perfectly on time, as per the norm. I think we're running a slightly newer one of the MGUH as well, because these two are getting quite worn. Energy Store, we'll go with number 1. Turbocharger can go number 1. Petrol Electronics can go number 2. And then Gearbox will go with number 3 there as well. Perfect. So it is just that ICE right now, which is going to be a bit of a sketchy one at some point. Right. Let's just adjust the AI to 108 for practice. I don't know how the AI is around Baku. I think they're quite good here, but we'll do some practice and find out. So we've got race strategy, quality pace, and time management to crack on with today. So, let's get started. Did I watch the Liverpool PSG game last night? I did. I did. Does CS get moved for Grand Prix? Yes. Either they'll make the race earlier, later, or they might just completely change to a Sunday. I know that, I think Brazil and a few other tracks are like, they're at like 7 or 8 p.m. UK time, so they might make the race earlier for that certain day, or they might change it to a Sunday. Oh, excuse me. Change it to a Sunday. Maybe a Friday, but I don't know. I don't have any, like, contract hours or anything like that, so... Been streaming at 4 a.m, we will be there. No, we will not. You'll be looking at nothing at 4 a.m, that's for sure. Alright, let's go to the 50-minute mark, and then we'll go to... start off with time management, I reckon. 9 p.m. race this weekend, so excited I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. Don't get too used to it. You'll be alright for Australia and China, but everything else, prepare. Only the Brits have to worry about, or the Europeans have to worry about getting up early this weekend.
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first.
Any tips for a guy that just got a G29 and is very slow on it? Just keep on practicing. That's all I can really suggest. It's very difficult to adjust to wheels, so just keep putting the laps down. Go to time trial. Make sure you're using custom setups, all that sort of stuff. And just keep putting the laps down. At the end of the day, you're trying to learn about the wheel more than anything, so find a track that you feel comfortable or best at, and just keep putting the laps down. Alofacius and a McLaren, thank you for following us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in, welcome in. This was tire management, wasn't it? So let's get these tires up to temperature. I'm good until Imola. Yeah, Imola is where it all kicks off, basically. Yeah, Japan as well. I forgot about Japan. Japan is a early one. Wait, isn't Bahrain round number 4? What time's the Bahrain Grand Prix? I think it's like 1 PM, isn't it? Or 2 PM or something. So technically that could be an early one for you. Where can we see your settings? What settings are you looking for? How does the thing at the top right say F175? I'm using the F125 season mod. 8 AM? 8 AM's not too bad, to be fair. That's not too shabby. The brake pedal is very stiff. That's my... Oh, that's one of my biggest critiques with the G29. The brake pedal is... Yeah, pretty terrible. Bahrain's 4 PM UK time, is it? Okay. So you might go a little bit later than on that day. Did they adjust that? Because I swear that used to be, like, earlier afternoon. Did they change that? Force feedback, etc. If you go to my Twitch and do the command FFB, !FFB, that'll show you all my settings. What wheel is that? This is the Mazda R9 with the FSR. What up, Hasty? How's it going, mate? Abu Dhabi's early afternoon? I thought Bahrain used to be early afternoon as well, though. I thought that was at like 1 or 2 PM. Maybe I am getting it mistaken with something else, but yeah. Japan's at 10, so I'm good. That's not too bad. Yeah, Japan's at like 6 for us, I think. Or maybe earlier. Maybe 5. An early one regardless. His tyres are still a bit cold right now. Just see him locking up a tiny bit. Yeah, fronts are very cold still. Wonder if we've got a little bit low on the tyre pressure today. Because this tyre's going to take a little bit of time to warm up. There's not too many fast corners at this track, so getting the tyres up to temp is going to be a little tricky. What about McLaren? How's it going, mate? How's this season been? Honestly, very overwhelming. In a successful sense, though. We have definitely overachieved. Obviously, for the most part of the season, we didn't have the fantastic car. I'd say maybe, like, since the last 5 or 6 races, we've had a very decent car. Especially in the straight lines. You know, Williams is notorious for straight line speed. But, yeah, we're sitting second in the championship right now. So, we are definitely over-succeeding. FFB. B. B for Bravo. Stands for force feedback. Japan 6 AM, yeah. It's not too bad, to be fair. I'll still be quite tired, but it could have been a lot worse. Did we get purple on that? Wow. Fair enough. No complaints. Yeah, look at that front tyre temp. 74 and 79. That's quite cold. This track's going to be a little bit tricky to warm the tyres up. On the fronts, at least. Rears aren't too bad. But maybe we'll just drop the pressures a little bit on the front sides. We'll do a couple more laps of these tyres, though, just to get an idea of them. I'm not too sure if we'll use these tyres on the strategy or not, but it's going to be a good idea to get an understanding of how they feel. Hello, that was a bit of a rear lock. A little bit careful of that. Might go a little bit high on the brake bias in 56. I have to watch Australia at work because you're on nights. That's not a bad way to get through work, though, is it? That's not too bad of a way to get through the day. Or the night, I should say. Lower the front PSI? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably running max tire pressures, because that is quite the norm, but... Yeah. I mean, the right side's got up to 8 degrees, so I think maybe only just a few clicks on the fronts should help balance out that temperature. Who got stuck in Castle on CS? The one and only. Will FFB settings vary from wheel to wheel, or would they generally be similar? Depends on what you get. For example, if you compare a G29 to what I've got now, it would feel massively different. But if you got something that had the same sort of force feedback and the same sort of torque, they would generally feel very similar. So it all depends on the torque rates. It all depends on the type of force feedback that they're using as well. Whether that's belt driven, whether that's direct drive. They'll feel different in that sense. But if you go from a 9mm direct drive to a 12Nm direct drive, you'll feel like a bit more strength out of it, but that's about it. So there's nothing like crazy different about differences in direct drives. But you definitely feel the difference between like a belt driven and direct drive. If that makes sense. How much fuel have we got left? We have got 2.6, okay. Belt driven and direct drive? Yeah, well, I mean in two separately, obviously. Really want an R12. R12s are good from what I've seen. Don't think I've ever used an R12, but I've heard good things. Oh, hello. Little bit of game stutter. Is max tire pressure a good meta? Generally speaking, yes. Why am I losing frames? Hello? Game, you okay? Seems good now. This is a sick track. Yeah, I don't mind Baku. It's definitely quite complex in some areas, but overall it's not too bad. Alright, we'll do one more lap, and then that will do us for these hard tires. So yeah, definitely want to go a few clicks up on the... or down on the front, I should say. Just to stabilize those. Temp's a bit better. Don't go to race instance on the director, it will crash the game. I don't intend to. Although I'm pretty sure we did do that in Monza and it was fine. Could be a multiplayer bug. What wheel do you have? I have the Mazda R9 with the FSR. A little bit touch inside curb. Wasn't fine on Sunday. Like I said, it could be a multiplayer bug or your game's just cooked. One of the two. As we know, though, any bugs you see in EA are no longer bugs. They're called features. Very important features. I feel like my R5 isn't strong enough. I mean, I've never used an R5 either. Literally, the only wheelbase I've ever used for the Mazda side is the R9. Even when I went to Sweden, they had R9s there, so... Mid-session save and test it? No, I don't want to. I'd rather keep my stream going, to be honest with you. Happy little features, exactly. Exactly. My Wi-Fi's so addicted to using hotspot and it's so much faster. GG's. Sounds like a time to change provider. Over the line, 40.0, nice. Okay, to be fair, those hard tire laps were not actually too bad. They felt pretty good. Like I said, definitely want to make a little bit of a change to the front pressures. But otherwise, I'm fairly happy with these hard tires. Not too bad. Losing a win due to Galactic's an amazing feature in this game? Yeah. Bro drives like he's literally on some sort of performance enhancement drug for 90% of the game. And then for some reason just forgets what he's doing on the final lap. Acts like he's never seen a controller before. 28.5, you reckon? What's the max tire pressure you can have? I think it's close to 30, isn't it? 29.5, maybe? It's 29.5? Yeah, I thought so. See, I think about 28.5 should be about right. Should be perfect. I was rewatching 2022 Melbourne GP and realized how stupid Stroll is. It took you this long to notice it? Only Friday gets over 400 megabytes per second with twin devices, unfortunately. I'd be having strong words on that for sure. Where can I put a suggestion for community race signups? You can put them in the suggestions and feedback channel on Discord. That'd be the best place. Any sort of feedback or suggestions you have regarding stream, community, races, whatever. Anything that you have suggestions or feedback-wise, we have a channel for it in Discord. Where did we finish in Italy? P1. We won in Italy. You have the most jarring voice. Yup, and it's not going anywhere. You can deal with it, or you can block me. One of the two. I was rewatching Brazil 2024 and just realized how stupid Stroll is. Again, took you this long to notice. You're the only racer I watch that does not use lines on the track. There's quite a few people out there who do. Quite a lot of content creators, especially the creator series, don't use racing line or assist in general. Right, so, to be fair, those hard tyres weren't looking too bad, were they? P5 at the moment, 40.0. We're 3 tenths away from George Russell on the soft tyres, so that hard tyre pace is looking pretty good right now, so...
Who would have guessed that a F1 game would lead to you getting a girlfriend? Keep slaying. XO. Thanks to add that man Peter for my sub gift.
I don't know how I did it either, I'm not gonna lie. Luck of the draw, I guess. Luck of the draw. Thank you much, Danny, for the 34 months as well. I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Get a slow spin chat to welcome Data into Vince fam for the 34. Technically on behalf of Peter, but, you know, it's Peter. We'll let him slide. I was watching my ceiling on there and realized how stupid strollers. Is this going to be like a new copy paster or something now? I think it's the gloves. Yeah, maybe same, actually. I've heard everyone loves the gloves. Right, let's skip a little bit of time and we'll go on to race strategy, I think. We'll do that for the rest of FP1. Video came up yesterday when Stroll pressed the readiness of energy. Dude, I saw that exact same video in China, right? I saw that exact same video you saw. I guess the algorithm was working in our favor, huh? What up, Dutch? Again, mate? What time do you have to be up for Australia? The race is at 4 a.m., so probably like 3:45, I guess. Something like that. I'll try and be up for it, but no promises. I'll do my best. Although, to be fair, if it does rain, it could be a chaotic race. Apparently, the forecast is suggesting that the chance of rain has increased to 80% now. So, looking pretty likely we're going to get rain this weekend for the race. That'd be a great way to start the season, wouldn't it? Especially with 5 or 6 rookies on the grid. Right, let's go out on the medium tire. We'll go on the racetrack and pump a few laps out.
Carriage, please. Car's ready to leave.
I saw somewhere it said 90%. Ooh, even better. Even better. We just gotta hope it doesn't rain too much, though. Otherwise, they'll cancel the race. They don't like full wet tires being used. Only inters. That's fair, Jamin. That's fair. Formal request, can we get a Vince wave emote? Isn't that kind of like the salute, though? Isn't that almost like the same idea? Australian rain race would be dope. It would. It would. Salute's a salute, though. I want to wave. Yeah, but the salute is how I wave. Like, that was always the theme. The salute could be used in every context. Let's do a full wet tire, but not allow them to use it. Yup. That sums it up these days. You generally do wonder what the point of the full wet tire is anymore. If any time we touch them, they're just going to red flag the race, is there any point even having the wet tire? Either that or the wet tire needs a serious rework, right? I've got to change the pressures, but it might be okay on this tire. We'll see. If it rains, who do you think wins? I see Max having a good one if it rains. We know that man loves some wet weather.
10 to 15 minutes.
There's a yellow flag at turn 3. green again now. I think maybe he went a little bit deep. Well, dead cool. Either Wesley a buff or Inter need a nerf. I'd rather nerf Inters. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I'd be happy with either or, to be honest with you. Maybe both. Maybe nerf the Inters, buff the wets. What up, Mason? Oh, hello. Missed a breaking point. Maxwell wins, Sonoda would do decent as well. Bro loves the rain. Sonoda does love the rain as well, to be fair, doesn't he? Why am I struck with this corner now? I'm doing what the Ferrari was doing. Why can't I do this corner? I'm breaking my same point there. Why am I struck with this corner? That's it better. I don't know why I was struggling with that corner. Forgot how to brake or something, I guess. Overtake is on? Yeah, it could have been the overtake. Carrying a bit too much speed. Not meant to hit the wall as well. Yeah, they usually do advise not to do that, but... You know. We like to bend the rules sometimes. Overtake was on as I was braking. Interesting. Is this iRacing? No. How much is that steering wheel? Quite a lot. Someone crashed. I was going to make a joke. I forgot who binned it there, though. There was a few people. I think Stroll, right? I think Stroll did it once in that corner. Stroll's binned it in most places in this track, to be fair, so. 1.7 seconds up with this Delta. Pretty good. Upwards in the 40s. If in doubt, say Stroll. Yeah. Stroll's always a safe answer, I guess, isn't it? Stroll wins the majority of tracks. Yep. He knows how to find the limit of a wall. I respect that. I will respect that. Yeah, the cars are a lot safer these days, generally speaking, but that still, you know, doesn't stop them from having mass aquaplaning during heavy rain. I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes the rains genuinely can be too much. But there are times where the rain seems like it's not too bad and they still red flag the race. Like, sometimes the forecast is just so bad that it's just not possible. And during those times, that's fair enough. But it feels like sometimes like the rain's not that heavy and they still red flag the race, so I don't know. You hate Saka? Okay. I'm so ready for a wet race, first race of the season. It will keep us up at least. It will keep us up. This could be... Nah, it's not going to be a 39, unfortunately. So in the 40s, 40.3. You're only 5 seconds faster, maybe better. Maybe in qualifying. You should have got the one where I flashbanged us as well, Nico. But yeah, I need to figure out why the game crashes so often. I don't know what the issue is. But something about that game does not like my PC. Or vice versa. You predict a BetNG be instant in the rain if it rains? I mean, those two have definitely found each other a couple times before. One in Australia, of course. As long as GB doesn't lose out too many points for it, because unfortunately, after Silverstone, me and GB are now second in the Constructors. So we have got a bit of work to do the rest of the season. GB carrying. Yeah, my car into a wall. Yeah, that Spa race in 21 was stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, there was just no point of going ahead with the weekend at all, really, was there? It was a wild weekend. That could be a nearly 39. Very close. Max and Carlos went off in the runoff where you did. There you go. Sounds like it takes a pro to do it. Just like the Wall of Champions in Canada, right? There's a couple of cars up in front of us here. Hopefully we get any traffic on this final lap. Well, next up be the final lap, but... don't really want any traffic on the final one, that's for sure. What happens if the race doesn't go ahead? I guess no points are handed out at all then. Because I think in Belgium they gave out half points, didn't they? And then a new ruling came out after that race to basically offer points based on how much of the race was completed. Because no one knew how the points would work after that race. Everyone, like, there was... half the drivers were left with 0.5 at the end of their scoreboard, which always looked a bit weird to me. Half of a damn point. Okay, this traffic's out of the way. Good stuff. Is this going to be a 39? Oh my god, we keep getting so close. Just need to find out a touch more.
5 minutes until
What up, Matt? How's it going, dudes?
5 minutes until rain.
2021 Belgium was half points. Yeah, exactly. I believe, like I say, they announced a new ruling after that. And based on the race distance that was completed, they will hand out points subject to whatever the completion was. Full points require at least 75% race completion. Yeah, exactly. And I believe they still do half points if it's less, but I don't know the threshold for that. No way I'm quicker around Baku than Vince on my G29. What's your fast lap time? We're on a medium tire doing race pace right now, so once we get into qualifying, we'll be a lot quicker. Lot quicker. How's my finger? I haven't been hit since the incident. My thumb's all good. It's recovered. I mean, it didn't happen like, what, a month ago now, so I'd hope it'd recover in time. Is this going to be a 39? Let's see. It's going to be close. Come on, sneaks into 39. Sneaks into 39. You can do it.
Okay,
Hey, there we go.
and that was a really good job indeed. You got
Good
a lot
stuff.
of valuable information.
All right, lovely.
Well done.
Good pace of the mediums there. Very happy with that. Pretty much like a low 40 every lap, and then we broke into 39s right at the end there as well. So medium tires feel very decent. Like I said, I still think we need to adjust the tire pressure on the front, because that front left's at 72 degrees and the front right's at 78. So we could definitely hike up the lower the tire pressure to get that temp up. They should award points to any driver who runs a lap on foot when it's pouring. I feel like we'll suddenly get a lot of marathon runners signing up for F1. Easy points for them. Out of all of my wheels, which one's preferred? The one I'm using right now. The FSR. Although I do want to upgrade to the FSR 2 at some point. That wheel looks beautiful, but unfortunately quite pricey. I probably will get my hands on it at some point, but not for the foreseeable, unfortunately. Yeah, sounds about right. 1.3 to 1.0 on the right. Sounds about right. It's getting a little bit cloudy out here now. I wonder if that rain's going to hit. I was going to say, how much is it? The FSR2, I think it's like 7 to 800, something like that. The original FSR is around 600, I believe. So, about up to 200 difference, we'll say. But yeah, it's not a cheap bit of kit, unfortunately. Yep, it's a 37.4. We'll probably about match that, I reckon. We're in a career mode car, so we should get into about the mid-37s, low 37s in qualifying. We're actually going to do a few quali runs very soon, actually, so I guess we'll find out what our time will be. They should make it racing on bikes if it's a red flag, so we still get some racing action. Imagine them trying to radio to each other on a cycle bike. Is it clear skies race? Yeah, it should be. We are going to get a little bit of cloud in qualifying, but I don't think it's going to rain. And then the race should be dry from start to finish as well. Ignore the weather symbol. We'll look at the precipitation. But yeah, unfortunately, honestly, I would have taken a wet race in Baku. It's quite fun, I'm not going to lie. It's a difficult track to do in the wet, but it's quite fun. A lot of chaos unfolds in the wet round here. Right, let's skip down to the last few minutes. And let's see how we do for FP2. Yeah, looks like it's about to rain, so... Finished up at a good time there, basically. Yeah, it's really starting to rain now, so... Alright, let's finish up with FP number 1. Start hearing flat round here from George for some bikes. Yeah, they shouldn't have to use their brakes too often, huh? Maybe a little bit into pool one, but that's about it. White ball, yep. It's a beauty, isn't it? It's a beauty.
And if today's
all right, there we go then.
By,
I'll tell you what. Alex Albon's pretty quick in that medium tyre, isn't he? Alex Albon looks very quick in that medium tyre. But Max Verstappen so far is on top in Baku, ladies and gentlemen, just like he was for a good portion of Monza as well. Perez in second. Hulkenberg on the softs in third as well there. Go on, Nico. Hamilton, Norris, Piastri, Sainz, Albon in P8 on the medium tyre. Zhou and Gasly all on the soft tyres there as well. We're down in P30 in that medium tyre, about the same sort of pace as Fernando Alonso by the seams of it. But Alex Albon's put in a crazy few laps on the medium tyre. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, look at that. Wow. So we started off a little bit high on the 40s, dropped down to 40.0, then at 39.8, 39.8, 39.5 on the last lap there as well. So Albon looks like he's got some pretty good pace here this weekend. It did have good pace in Monza as well, finished P5 there. So are we going to see Alex Albon maybe challenging for a podium this weekend? We'll see. We will see. But us being slower than right now isn't a great look, is it? So a bit of work to do if we want to try and get back ahead of him. Got taken out by P3 trying to double dive T3. Ooh, ouch. T3 is not a good place to do a lot of dive bombs either. I mean, it's a fine place to do dive bombs, but doing it on 2 cars... Yeah, that's sketchy. It gets narrow through there as well, so... right, let's crack on with FP2. Like I said, we'll do a lot of quali pace this time around, so... We'll see how our quali pace is. I see bikes to Laguna Seca, corkscrew. Does MotoGP still go to Laguna Seca? I know they used to, but I don't know if they still do. I don't really watch a lot of it these years, but... Do they still go to Laguna? But it won't tell them difficulty ticks down. Honestly, to be fair, I think our pace is still okay. It's just that Albon's is better right now, so... We're on a... Might be against our teammate today. Right, let's skip a little bit of time. When's it going to rain, actually? I want to make sure we don't hit that rain at any point. 15 minutes still dry. Half an hour, 19%. Okay, we should be able to get a good few quali runs done. That should be fine. All right, let's do this. I think we've got 3 or 4 soft tires, so we'll get ourselves some good time put down, hopefully. Fuck, I forgot to do the goddamn tire pressure again, didn't I? AI hates this one trick. AI hates everything. It hates everything and everyone. I've never seen the AI happy. All right. Let's get going for our first bit of quali laps. Just warm these tyres up as well, as much as we can. Obviously, it is quite a long circuit, this one, but there's not a lot of high-speed corners, so tyres do like to cool down a little bit, especially in the straights. Let these guys go. Like I said, the rear tyres usually are okay. It's just those fronts that need a bit more work. Got a bit weaving down here. Did you see the interview they had with all the rookies? Kimi answering Alonso for... Yeah, I did see that. I didn't watch the video, but I did see a clip of Kimi saying Alonso for the teammate. Well, not teammate, but the rookie he's looking forward to going against. It's a good answer. It's a very good answer. All right, here we go. Let's go do our first quali lap. Let's see how this goes. Yo, how about thank you for the gifts there, man. Appreciate you, dudes. Very kind of you. When do you think F125 will drop? Mid to late May is my prediction. Hopefully not too late in May, though. Otherwise, I won't be able to play it much. Right, 38.0 is the target lap time. Used up a lot of the battery so far as well. It's not ideal. Oof. That was tight up against the walls through Castle. The lap was pretty good, though. Yeah, overtake GG, you can find the mods. Ooh, good time getting through that. I think we're on purple in the first two sectors. Let's see how the final one is. There we go to the line. The Delta's dropping through the straights. That's not a good sign, is it? Ooh. That Delta was dropping through to the line. Ooh, that doesn't look good. That kind of tells me we might be a bit slow in the straights. What's our ICE we're on? Too much fuel? Don't think so. I mean, probably do have a little bit too much, but that's how much the program gives us. ICE wears at 59%. I'd imagine we might get a little bit of performance loss from that, right? Not a lot, though. Not from 59. Yeah, that's a bit strange. Yeah, 3/10 loss in the straight. It's not a great sign, is it? Not a great sign at all. Might need a setup change. The thing is, the car feels alright, though. It feels pretty good in the corners and stuff. Maybe we can go a bit low on the aero, maybe. But the grip feels pretty good. Yeah, this is Baku. Is it weird to say that I consider Lawson a rookie, even though he's actually driven a few races for V-Carb? I don't know. I guess it is like... It depends how you determine a rookie, I guess, right? I believe they really only consider rookies who actually are going to partake in a full year, or have the intention to partake in a full year for the first time. So, like I say, Lawson has come in for a few races for the last couple of years. And, yeah, it's still considered a rookie. So I guess it's literally with the intention of going from start to finish for the first time is what they consider a rookie. Samurai, thanks for following me. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Ollie drove for 2 teams last year, scoring points both times, so he's still a rookie. He didn't score both times. Only in Saudi Arabia he scored points. In Brazil, he had a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you, but it was kind of thrown in the deep end, really. What's the best strat and fuel for Austria 100%? I believe Austria is a 2-stop usually. I think it's a bit of a fuel burner as well, so maybe a bit higher on the fuel. But usually it's a 2-stop, medium, medium, soft, or soft, medium, medium, whatever you prefer. With Haas, he got a P10, didn't he? Was that in Baku? That might have been in Baku, maybe? Definitely wasn't Brazil. But it might have been Baku. Right, let's adjust these pressures real quick. So we'll go an entire 1 PSI down that front left. Actually, let's go 1.3 on the front left. And we'll go an entire 1 on the front right. So 28.2 on the front left should hopefully keep that front left a bit higher. And balance out with that front... Oh, sorry, this is front right. Whoops. Look at the wrong way around. So yeah, we'll go front left 28.2. That should hopefully make the tire a bit warmer and keep it even with that right side. And also generally bring up the front tires more as well. So, all right. Did you know I'm Frantic's playing F125? It says on Discord. Oh, you fell for it. GG. You fell for it. Let's load the fuel as well. We'll go 3.4 laps. And we'll head out for a couple more quality laps. Let's actually make sure we're on a fresh tire real quick. Yep, we are. Perfect.
Okay, engines fired up.
Did I actually? Yes. You can set your title to exactly as he's set it, and it will look like that. I could do it as well. But yes, you fell for it. Vince also playing F125 to the top right corner. Top left, actually. But yeah, we're playing F125 as well, chat. If you look at the top left corner, you can see it's F125. Been playing FC28 for years. Hell yeah. Don't need no mods around here. We've got the actual damn thing. What wings am I running? I think it's like 25, 22, I think. Like I said, I do like the balance of the car. It just isn't very quick and straight, which is a bit contrasting for a Williams, isn't it? I'm about to play Minecraft too. Isn't the original developer of Minecraft making a new game? It's supposed to be somewhat like Minecraft, but it's not going to be Minecraft. He's not a part of it anymore. I believe he's developing it, isn't he? Magnetic, thanks for following me. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. What up, Oscar? You think Lewis, Max, Oscar top 3 this Sunday?
We think we might see some rain.
So for me, as Mark just said, it kind of depends on the rain. Because I feel like Max might have the best chance in the rain, because we know how good he is in the rain. So it kind of, I don't know, it's tough to say. My results in the dry would be different to what they are in the wet. If it's a dry race from start to finish, I'd probably say like maybe Lando, Oscar, Charles top 3. But if it's wet, maybe like Max, Oscar, Lewis maybe. Sainz Sports, that's so Stroll. I mean, the thing is, that Williams doesn't look too bad, does it? It's not a crazy shout to say Sainz anymore. It's ambitious, but it's not crazy. Is Lewis a better driver in the wet than Max? Used to be, but not anymore, in my opinion. I think the best wet driver ever, though, was Jenson Button. He was a demon in the wet, wasn't he? Oh, boy. I love Jensen. Oh, that's a little bit deep in cast. We did tap the wall, but unscathed. Did lose a touch of time, though. You reckon James Vowles has something planned for 26? I can see that. I can see that. We're Arthur Leclerc, not Charles. I don't think Jam loves Arthur too much compared to Charles, so hopefully I'm safe from him. I'm kind of a demon in the wet too. Watch your side pods, I'm coming for them. Only the side pods? Thought you'd be after more. That's a slight improvement, not by much though. 38.3. Small improvement. We did make a little bit of a mistake in that lap, but yeah, still not really where we want to be just yet. In the rain, you might as well count on Esteban to be in the top 3. To be fair, Esteban loves some wet weather as well, doesn't he? I'm not really a massive fan of Ocon, but he does know how to navigate the rain, doesn't he? Yeah, that IC is hit 60% now as well, so I do wonder if that is playing into the lap times a little bit. I do wonder. What Newton meter is your wheelbase? 9. The good thing about the Mazda wheelbases is the number that the R ends with, so R5, R9, is the amount of torque it has. So it's quite easy to identify how much wheelbase, or how much the wheelbase has in torque. You got a 90 meter coming tomorrow. Is it the R9 or is it a different one? The best in the rain was the Rainmaster Senna. I'm not going to say drivers who I've never watched. I always try and be honest about what I've watched. I never watched races before 2000 because I was born in 2000. So that's why I don't really like having the greatest of all time discussion, because there's been so many great drivers in the past that I never got to witness that it's so hard to really determine a top 5 of all time and stuff like that, you know? So, born in 2000, lol, yep. I'm a noughties baby. I like to just go off of what I've watched personally. Essentially,
Team
so.
Radio. Michelle 7264 says, what do you mean? We all know Arthur Leclerc is the best in the rain. Look what he made everyone do in Monaco.
It's true, to be fair. Arthur did destroy the grid by 2 laps in Monaco. Liquid Gas, thanks for follow on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it. Welcome in as well. Might as well put Solid somewhere in there as well. What about top 5 drivers of my time? So basically, top 5 drivers since 2000 is what you're asking, right? Well, Schumacher, Hamilton, obviously, they were still driving, you know, during my time. So I can say Schumacher and Hamilton. Vettel, Verstappen, and Fernando? For me, my goes Fangio, 5 championships in the 50s with minimal safety and people dying at every other race. Yeah, but I also feel like the driver quality back then was obviously massively different as well. That's what I mean. Like, it's so hard to read a cooler greats of all time and stuff like that. Because, you know, we've had so many different eras of different cars and different types of drivers and engineers and tracks and things. It's there is no, like, I don't know. It feels difficult to always say a greatest of all time. Exactly, Noob. That's what I mean. There's so many things that get put into it. There can be goats of eras. Yeah, I can agree with that. Greatest of eras is definitely something I can go with, but obviously going to be easy to win when half the grid dies. Yeah, exactly. Right, we've got 2 more soft tires we can do here. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to test with some low wings for a change. We're going to drop our wings a little bit. I'm going to go maybe like something like this. I'm going to try running a little bit low on the wings and just see if that helps us out over the lap. Or if it'll be worse. Who knows? But it's worth a shot, right? It's practice. Right, let's give it a go.
Guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
Who would drive for Cadillac in 26? They're going to want an American driver. So I think they'll try and bring someone like Colton Herta in. I'd say it's one of the better options they have at the moment. I think it's got a super license too as well, right? So, yeah, Colton Herta is someone I see going to Cadillac. Who they have alongside him, though, that's a tough one. Depends whether they want to go with sort of youth or experience, really. Herta, I don't think, has the license. I'm sure he could get it now, though, right? Surely. It's been a good few years since that ordeal. Surely he can get one now. And I'm sure Cadillac would definitely help him in getting one too, so. Red coming in with that tier 1 sub for the first month. Thank you much, Red, for the first month of tier 1, buddy. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, so it's been chat to welcome. Oh, 10-15 minutes of rain. Should be okay by then. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, so it's been chat to welcome Red into Vince Fan for the first month with that tier 1 as well, though. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Very kind of you. Yeah, exactly, Matt. No, I fully agree with that. 100%. 100%. You can pass to award for Cadillac with Perez and Bottas potentially. I could kind of see Perez happening. I mean, criticize Perez all you want. I think he'd do all right at Cadillac. Lower expectations. He's got a vast amount of experience. I think it'd actually be very beneficial to Cadillac. Plus, he's got a good amount of sponsor money too. I actually think Perez could be of good use for a team like Cadillac. Boring track, I'll tune in next time. Me when I lie. Baku's a great track. Alright, here we go. Let's do another lap. It feels fast on the straight line. Oh my god, wait, hang on. I'm pressing the wrong damn... oh, I can't change it. Shit. I was pressing the wrong fucking thing in the bottom right. I was changing the damn engine mode by accident. Why is that going into lean by itself? Stop it. I might have traffic here. Three tenths down through the middle sector. That's not too bad on this lower downforce. Oh, God. Never mind, it's all gone now. We'll get a nice little toe here, though, I think. Yeah, we're going quite far down this delta, aren't we? It was a little bit of a messy lap, but that delta's coming down a lot there, is it? Damn, look at that. Oof. I mean, that final sector was a lot quicker. A lot quicker. I think I might do another lap on this setup. If we just smooth out a few of those corners, I think we can go faster with a low downforce setup. Of all time, who do you think the most underrated driver is? Of all time, damn. Felipe Massa. I think he's one of the best drivers to never win a championship. Probably is the best driver to never win a championship, actually. Got desperately unlucky in 2008 as well, so... yeah, I'd say Felipe Massa. I think everyone knew how good Massa was, though, to be fair. So maybe that's a low spice take. I don't think they'll prioritize the American driver if they aren't good enough as offerings. Other teams really don't really do that. I mean, Audi did. Audi did with Hülkenberg. They already made their intentions clear. They wanted a German driver. People were kind of speculating who that would be. They ended up picking Hülkenberg, which I think, to be fair, was probably the right pick to me. But in my opinion, Kimi's underrated. I don't know. I feel like people knew how fast Kimi was. Barrichello. I could go Barrichello as well. I think Barrichello was a very good driver. The problem Barrichello had was he was always at a good team, but he always had a better driver alongside him, which was kind of like diminishing for him because he was a very good driver as well, but he always had a great, like an even better teammate. So I feel bad for Barrichello. I think he had championship potential too. Then the sponsor determines the driver more often than not, especially the poor funded team, example Haas and Schumacher. Yeah, but I mean, with the current Americans, they haven't got a team right now, so, you know, I think if you went and approached Colton Herta, he'd be like, yes, please, get me there. I don't know what funding they have themselves to bring to the team, but that's why I could see them, you know, going for someone like Herta, and then also going for someone like Sergio Perez, who has a lot of financial backing, so there'll be a lot of factors they consider. Do they want more money, or do they want pure talent in their team? Depends how much they got in the bank, I guess. Roman and Marcus Ericsson was underrated too. I mean, they did have that invisible crash together. So. Who would you rather have as a driver, Vettel or Alonso? Ooh. I mean, are we talking in like the prime of their careers or right now? Because right now I'd probably pick Fernando, to be honest with you. But in the prime of their career, it's a tough one. It's a very, very tough one. Right. Like I said, we'll do one more lap on this fresh tyre. We'll give it a go. See how it goes. K-Mag go. K-Mag was a good driver. Started to struggle a little bit in the later years, but yeah, he was good in his prime as well. Prime versus any day. I don't know, Prime Fernando in that Renault was crazy quick. And let's not forget, during Vettel's domination period, Alonso was quite close to him. For, I think, was it 2012, was it? And let's be honest, that Ferrari was a pig as well in 2012. It was a horrible, horrible car. And Alonso was slapping his teammate up. And also staying close to the championship. So, I don't know. It's tough. Very tough. My knowledge of the Vettel period is a little bit misty because I didn't watch a lot of F1 during that time. I watched F1 up until about 2010, then I took a bit of a break from it. I didn't really watch it during Vettel's domination. Then I came back around 2015, started watching again from there, so I have a little bit of a window of nothingness in my F1 knowledge. Yeah, Prime Danny Ricciardo was very quick as well. But he struggled with, you know, from 2018 onwards too, so. How good am I in F1 24? I'll let you be the judge. I could bin it next corner, or I could go quickest next lap. Who knows? NC, thanks for following Twitch, mate. Appreciate it as well, dudes. Welcome in. Right. Last lap in practice, I think, ladies and gentlemen. This is our final tyre, so let's see if we can try and extend our gap at that top a bit more. It's very grey out here now. Then that rain's going to hit very soon, so let's get this lap done ASAP. All right. We are running that low downforce setup. Let's see if it's a bit quicker. Traffic. Hulkenberg's out the session. What? What the fuck has Hulkenberg done? Is this him? No, it's not him. Is it? No, that's not Hulkenberg. Where's Hulkenberg? Oh. What corner is this? Ah, it's the Lance Stroll corner. Okay, well, I'm going to guess he's probably gone too deep then. Wouldn't advise doing that, Hulk, mate. Wouldn't advise doing that. They did the Lance Stroll special. How's it going, Joey? This lap feels good. lock up there. This lap looks good. Oh, Abstract, do not say that to Americans or Canadians. Not right now. Bad time. Bad time. Lost a little bit in that final sector. We go down to the line. Are we going to improve? Let's see. No slipstream this time. Ah, it's going to be off, isn't it? Damn. Maybe we do need that higher downforce then. 38.5 that time. I think that higher downforce setup generally worked better. Which is not what I was expecting to say, but that high downforce setup tends to work a bit better by the seems of it. Lost 2 tenths that lockup, yeah. I don't know what we do with the setup here. Because I feel like the low downforce setup might work better in the race. But in qualifying, I think, yeah, the fuel makes suddenly in the final sector. I think my wheel was bugging. Because I saw that as well from time to time. I might just turn it off and do it manually instead. Where is it? Here. Let me turn it off, because I'm pretty sure it's bugging. What would it be called? Fuel mix increase. Here we go. Let's just unbind it. I'll do it manually for now. Unbind. We'll roll with that. Save the control scheme. There we go. Hopefully that will stop bugging now. Shut up, Abstract. Why are you being mean to me? What did I do to you? Go for it. So can always make up place if you jump a few places during quality. That is true. That is true. You know I love you. Buddy, you can't turn up once or twice a month and be mean to me. That's not how this works. You know what you did to me? What did I do to you? Not join on pro clubs or something. But yeah, I don't know, it's tough. Qualifying's not, like, massively important, but decided to play ready or not at 1 AM my time. To be fair, I didn't get to play a lot because it kept crashing. So maybe it was good you missed out. Me and Nico literally got to play like 2 or 3 rounds before my game just kept on crashing. So you didn't you didn't miss a lot. What's my predictions for the championship? Lando to win it. Charles second, Verstappen third. It's my top 3. All right. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for practice. We're going to finish up with a 38.3, which isn't too bad, to be fair. We are faster than Charles Leclerc and Fernando Alonso, so that's not too bad. But, yeah, I do feel like once we get to qualifying, it's going to be a very different situation. Get a better time zone, Abstract. That's what I'm suggesting. Get yourself in a better time zone. No hope for Ferrari. Actually, I think Ferrari win the constructors. I don't think they'll win the drivers, but I think they'll win the constructors. I think it'll be McLaren again if Oscar can get a few podiums too. It'll be very tight between Ferrari and McLaren for the constructors. They'll be the 2 teams battling for the constructors this year, no doubt. And it will be a tight fight, very tight fight. It'll probably swap around every race weekend almost. There you go, chat. Poll up in the Twitch. Which constructor will lead after race 1? It's gonna be either Ferrari or McLaren, isn't it? It's gotta be. I'm gonna say McLaren. I think McLaren will have a stronger car in race 1. Ferrari will develop better throughout the season, but I think McLaren will be stronger on the early races. Right. That should do us for practicing, I think. It's going to start raining now as well, so basically done it all in perfect time. The fact Williams isn't up there is an insult? Not really. Not really. It'd be crazy if Carlos wins first race. Wait, yeah, actually, are people actually thinking Williams are going to win the race? I know they're going to have a strong car this year from what we've seen so far, but do we actually think they're going to win the race? No way, right? What team are you looking to go to in the season? It's not down to me. The chat decides on the day. Whenever it happens, the chat will decide. I personally don't mind. Whatever makes chat happy, makes me happy. Williams was fast in Australia last year. Yeah, plus Albon loves to do 50 laps on the hard tire and then go sauce the final lap, doesn't he? He doesn't mind one of those. All right.
Join us again.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of FP2 here in Baku. You can see it's very grey and cloudy out there right now. But we do go fastest at the end of FP2. Of course, we are ahead of our brother as well, as it has been throughout the entire season almost at this rate. Fernando Alonso in third as well, 9/10 off from us. There's quite a few drivers using a medium tyre there as well. You see Verstappen, Norris, Sainz, all on medium tyres there. George and Lewis both on mediums, and K-Mag on the softs between those two as well. So get out from K-Mag there. Pierre Gasly rounds to that top 10 as well. Let's have a little scroll here. Sergio Perez ended up DNFing as well. So it wasn't just Hulkenberg who DNF'd in the end. Sergio Perez also retired. And I guess he probably hit the wall in the that tight left-hander again. Unfortunately, Alex Albon was one of the slowest out there, but he was on the hard tyre, so I'll let him off this one time. Just this once. Perez DNF? Oh no, anyway. Yeah, basically. But yeah, so pace isn't looking too bad, but I do think we are going to run higher downforce this weekend. Against all odds. I wasn't expecting to, but looks like we're going to. Right, let's just quick sim FP3 as well. We'll get these little bits done. And that wraps up for FP3. I think it's time to get a podium once this year. I could definitely see Williams pushing podiums from time to time. How often that will be, no idea, but... No worries, Matt. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Right, 5 out of 5 on everything. We've got race strategy, quality pace, and time management all done. Perfect stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, it's time to get into this serious biz. It's quali time up next here in Baku. And our quali pace, like I say, wasn't looking too bad. I'm a little bit skeptical about our race pace, though. So I guess we'll see how the weekend unfolds. But yeah, our quali pace is definitely looking stronger than our race pace, which is actually a rarity. Usually it's the other way around. Usually our race pace is stronger than our quali pace. But yeah, this weekend it's looking a little bit different. So we'll see how it all pans out. Right. Let's have a look then, shall we? Let's get our car set up for qualifying. So, obviously, we were running a slightly more worn IC, which could have also counted towards a lower lap time there as well, or higher lap time in theory. So, we're going to put the new one on. We'll put the new MGUK on as well. We'll go number 5 there as well. It's fine. MGUH, we'll go with number 4. I think we'll start using some of the newer ones here. Energy Still, we'll go with number 3. Turbocharger, we'll go with number 3. Same as the control electronics. And then the gearbox, we'll go number 4 there as well. So, pretty much everything in this car is fresh. So, we shouldn't have any performance issues today, that's for sure. Not in this session, at least. So, hopefully, we can try and find a bit more time with this setup. New Mazda F1 wheel. Are you asking if this one's new? No, it's not. I've had this one for about a year and a half now. I do want the FSR2, though. The FSR2 looks very good. Right. Let's just adjust our settings real quick as well. Put that to there. I think I'm happy with the AI at 108. It felt okay during practice, so I think we'll leave it around there for qualifying in the race, I think. Should be good. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for qualifying. Should be a full dry session coming up here as well. Will be a little bit cloudy at the start of qualifying, but no rain is forecast for the sessions. Same as the race as well. It's going to be a completely dry race, sunshine from start to finish. So, but a little bit of rain in practice, but it won't be affecting us in qualifying or the race. So, let's head into qualifying here in Baku. Let's get started. What's my one? I have the Mazda FSR.
Qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Oh, why is the CN Tower in the background?
Lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams. But today, the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying.
And Arthur Leclerc. Don't forget Arthur Leclerc. He is number 1 of that 20. He's got Williams to second the championship, for God's sake. Right. let's get going. So I think I'm going to put the wings back to where they were. I honestly felt more comfortable with the wings higher than lower. So I'm actually going to put this back to where it was. I think it was 25, 23, if I remember correctly. Tire pressures, I think, should be fine as well, so that should be good. 3.5 laps of fuel. I actually might put it 2.9 and just go in lean mode for the outlap. Just keep the car a bit lighter. Right. Everything should be good to go then. Softs are on. We'll just skip a minute or so of this session and head out onto our first lap of Q1. Let's do this.
Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
What's the gap to you and Verstappen in the championship? 65 points, I believe. So a pretty big gap. I think it's fair to say he probably won't be in the in the championship fight for first place. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. All right. Why is Perez and Verstappen racing each other here? What's going on there? Now we've got one Mercedes behind us, and then we should get some clean air, so let's get these tires nice and toasty. How about thank you for the gifts, mate? Appreciate you, dudes. Yeah, those fronts already look a little bit warmer than what they were in practice, so that's good. Am I running assist? Nope. Norris was 69 points behind Verstappen, and he didn't catch him. And I don't think that'll be the same here. Well, sorry, I do think that'll be the same here. We will not catch Verstappen. Nor do we intend to. We'll try and keep second place, but I'd be very shocked if we end up in a championship battle. Very, very shocked. Alright, so let's Mercedes go. I'll tell you what, might get a little bit of a tow from that mark as well. Tires are still a bit cold. 39.3 for Ricciardo so far. That's beatable. Yeah, let's sit behind him. This could be a very useful little tow, actually, couldn't it? Right, here we go, chap. First lap of the night. We might have lost that tow now. We're a bit too far behind. 38.4 from Verstappen there as well, I saw. All right, here we go. Lock in. First lap of the night. Let's see what we can put down for our first lap here in Azerbaijan. 38.1 for George. Ooh, a little bit wide at turn one. Car feels good over the curbs. A little bit deep there on the top of the hill in Castle. However, this lap feels pretty good so far, doesn't it? This lap feels okay so far. Ooh, touch deep there as well. Couple of little deeps. Here we go, through the S's and onto the straight. Looks like we went purple in the middle. It did come up purple on the map, so here we go. DRS wide open. We'll push that battery to the line. Yeah. Yeah, our quali pace is good. Our quali pace is good. 38.1 P1. That was good. And those were a couple of tiny mistakes there as well, so we'll see if anyone else can beat that. But for now, we are on top. Not by much, though. I think George Russell was also in did a 38.1 as well, so maybe the Ferraris can beat it. Alex Albon? What? Williams 1-2. What are we cooking? It's a Williams 1-2 in Q1. Alex Albon does a 38.0, about a tenth faster than ourselves, and it's made it a Williams 1-2. Oh my God. Was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all. Maybe we got a quick car this weekend as well then. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, his was a 38.0, I think. About a tenth faster. Why are difficult? We're at 108. I mean, maybe this is the true performance of this car. Bloody hell. All right, let's head back to the garage. Let's have a look at the times. Because, yeah, that's insane. Charles Leclerc has put his Ferrari into 4th place. Splits it to Mercedes as well. Wow. Piastri's crossing the line here as well. Where does Piastri go? Not into the top 5. Wow, wow, wow. Is it short quali? No, full qualifying. Ferrari coming across the line here as well. This is Carlos Sainz. He goes into P4. So Williams, Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes in that top 6. Jesus Christ. Didn't think we'd be seeing this at the start of the season, did we? Wow. If it stays as you and Alex in P1 and P2, that's a miracle. I would be very surprised. Very, very surprised if it stays this way. Maybe for Q1 it might stay something similar. But I think when we get into Q2 and Q3, I do imagine that it will be a bit lower. Let's have a look, though, at the times. Let's have a look. So, yeah, Alex Albon's a 38.050. We've done a 38.118. So, only less than 700ths between ourselves and Alex Albon. And then George Russell's only just behind us as well. He went fastest in the first sector. But look at that final sector for Alex Albon. 23.6. Wow. He must have had a toe at the end. He must have, right? His middle sector wasn't great. His first sector was decent. But, yeah, all of his time came in that final sector. That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Maybe he got a toe then. I don't know. But I think it's safe to say both Williams are through to Q2 here, right? Surely both Williams are through to Q2. To be fair, I mean, looking at the lap times, it's very tight in that top 6. Less than a tenth and a half separating that top 6 at the moment. So, it's tight out here. It's tight. What's our gap to P16? We are currently about 1.1 seconds up on Zhou Guanyu in P16. So, I think we're good for Q2. I think that lap should be good enough for Q2. Piastri gave him a toe, you reckon? Maybe. Unfortunately, we can't see who's out on track right now other than Ocon and Stroll, so I guess we'll never know. All right, I think that'll do it for Q1. Let's head into the final couple of minutes and see what happens. Why is my window saying, let's finish setting up? I've had this PC for like 2 years. What do you mean, let's finish setting up? Dismiss, get out of here. Right. Let's go to the last few minutes. Zhou Guanyu's heading out real quick for another lap, so see how he fares. He's come out in traffic, I think. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're cooked. You are cooked, Guan Yu Zhou. Lando Norris is P20 right now. What is happening? What the fuck was going on pit exit there? They were all inside of each other. I'm jealous. Should have been me. Damn, okay. Well, I think they've organised themselves now. I mean, they're still a bit bunched up, haven't they? Yeah, they're still a little bit bunched up towards the back. Hopefully for themselves, they'll sort each other out. Right, let's see who should go on board with. Let's go with... I mean, a Lando Norris would be good, wouldn't it? But he's quite far back in the pack, so I don't know if we'll see him complete the lap. Let's go Piastri. Let's go this teammate. He's towards the front, so... Let's see what Oscar Piastri does for his best lap. Might always yours at me because I'm not paying a subscription for Microsoft Word. Oh. I know some people do have the activate windows in the bottom right as well. That would do my head in. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how they live with that. It would do my head in seeing that. Right, let's see what Oscar Piastri's time will be then at the end of this lap. He's currently sitting in 8th place right now. Let's see how his first sector is. Ethan, thanks for following me. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in. First sector's going to be a 34.6. A bit of improvement there. Nearly 2/10, I think, actually, in that first sector. They don't use anywhere near as much inside curb as I do on that right-hander. Lando Bolt exit? Yeah, something like that. Listen to Sophia the First. I'm unfamiliar with that. Oh, this Sauber could be a bit of a menace for Oscar here. Does get out of the way, though. Was a little bit awkwardly placed, but don't think would have impacted the time. 39.5 in the middle sector for Oscar Piastri. Let's see how the final sector will be. And where he finishes. I'm good, Ethan. Thank you, though. Cross the line for Piastri. How's it going to be? As he crosses the line, 38.3. Bumps him up one more place into P7. Sonoda's up to P15 there as well. And we should see everyone else crossing the line. Charles Leclerc's gone fast. It's Fernando Alonso into second place. Some changes at the end of qualifying here. We're down to P5. And I think we got knocked down a good few spots there. Let's have a look. Wow, down to P9. So lots of improvement at the end of Q1 there. Charles Leclerc goes fast as we finish in P9 after a great start to qualifying. And Alex Albon stays in P7 as well. I don't think he did another lap. So unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to keep that top spot. But Charles Leclerc fastest at the end of Q1. I think that track evo definitely hit, didn't it? Fernando Alonso and George Russell in that top three. Lewis Hamilton in 4th. Verstappen in 5th. Perez, Albon, Sainz, Alfa Leclerc, and Oscar Piastri in 10th spot. Lando Norris gets out that bottom 5 as well. Puts his McLaren right behind Oscar Piastri in P11. Esteban Ocon in 12th. Lance Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Gasly all through to Q2. Leaving us in Q1 then will be Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, both the Racing Bulls of Tsunoda and Ricciardo, and Zhou Guanyu all knocked out in Q1. The Saubers had a pretty good outing in Monza, didn't they? But yeah, back to their usual old self with getting knocked out in Q1. So 7th and 9th for Williams. Not too bad to finish up Q1, but obviously the track evo's starting to hit now, so expect some fast laps in Q2. And speaking of Q2, let's get cracking. My pedal's broke, so should I spend £50 on or £300 for a new bundle? What pedals are they? Thoughts on it raining Sunday? I'm all for it. How many rookies we got this season? 5, 6? 5 or 6 rookies going into the opening race this season with a full wet race? Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Is it 6? Bortoleto, Antonelli, Lawson, Behrman, Hadjar, Doohan. Yeah, 6. Yeah, it's 6. Busmaster TMX Force feedback. Had them since 2018. I mean, if you're going to spend £300 on a new bundle, you're not going to get a lot better, really, so might as well get new pedals, I'd say. Right, let's go with the old soft tires for our first lap. It's 7 Alonso. Yeah, fair. We'll go with the old soft tires for our first lap, then we'll go for a fresh set after as well, so let's head out.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
All right, predictions up for Q2, ladies and gentlemen. Will we finish in the top 5 in Q2? We're going up in the world here. We're going up in the world. Get your predictions up in the Twitch chat. Will we get through to Q2? Oh, sorry. Will we finish in the top 5 of Q2? Oops. Didn't even try and stay on the track there. Right, let's focus on tire warm-up. Didn't even get top 7 in qualifying 1. We didn't do a second lap, though. We only did 1 lap. You have the exact same headset as me. Nice. Good headset. I like the SteelSeries headsets. The only thing I don't like is that microphone on the headset. Sounds horrible. You got this, Root. I believe in you. I need a lot more tire temp at these fronts still. I mean, we lowered down the pressure and they're still kind of struggling a little bit for temp. Okay. It's not too bad. All right, we'll roll with it. Okay, first lap Q2. Only our second lap of the day. We didn't do a second one in Q1, so let's knuckle down. Let's lock in. Let's try and set a good lap here. Lando going to win Australia. Depends on that weather. Very much depends on the weather. A little bit deep. Just about recovered it, though. Gone purple in the first sector, by the looks of it. Do we know the forecast yet? For Australia, 80% chance of rain. That's a bit smoother through there that time. Purple middle center as well. This looks like a pretty good lap so far.
We've dropped to P15.
Here we go down to the line then. It's a long old wait to find out what the lap time will be. DRS will be wide open now. We'll use that overtake to the line as well. How's it going to be for our first lap of Q2? 37.8. That's a lovely, lovely lap. That's about nearly 4 tenths quicker compared to what we did in Q1. That's a very good lap time on an old tyre as well. I think we can be fairly impressed with that. This car's feeling good on a quali lap right now.
Pretty much empty.
It's feeling good. Alonso, Perez, Russell, and Albon all in that top 5 right now, so both the Williams still looking pretty quick. On an old tyre too? Yeah, not bad at all, is it? Not bad at all. Is it 92% rain now? Wow. Sounds pretty much guaranteed, doesn't it? Norris has gone P2, so that bumps Albon down a position. I'd imagine there's still probably a few drivers to do a lap, so... Do we change the ICE? Yes. There's a lot of drivers across the line, so... Let's be patient. Let's see what happens. Carlos Sainz goes P3. Verstappen goes P3. And no other change to the top 5 other than those two. We've got a couple more across the line, I think. Or another Ferrari at least. This is Charles Leclerc across the line. Doesn't go to the top 5 unless he's starting a lap. And we are, what, 8 minutes into the session nearly? So I think he's finished a lap. So Charles has struggled a bit on his flying lap. We are looking good, chat. We are looking good as the sun starts to set here in Baku. We are in P1 with 8.5 minutes to go in Q2. What track is this, Baku? Penalty again? No. No, we're taking the penalties we need in Monza, so we're clean for this weekend. Raining first weekend with all these rookies, red flag for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a messy one, isn't it? We're probably going to have a race this season contender on the first race of the season. Have you ever heard of HRT? Yes, yeah. They used to be in F1 back in... Oh, when was it? About 10 years ago, maybe now? Something like that. A while ago. Just a safety car and I'll be happy? I'm sure we will get one. I just hope it doesn't rain too much to the point where they red flag the entire session and wait for it to ease up. That would be pretty devastating. So, hope the rain's not too bad. I want it to rain a good amount, but not too much, you know? Alex Albon was fast in that final sector, but unfortunately, the entire lap wasn't that strong. I mean, to be fair, he's less than 4/10 off from us, but he's put in P9 right now, so... The top 5 are very close here. Charles Leclerc has gone fastest. I was wondering if he was on a lap or not, and turns out he was. 37.5. 3/10 faster than the rest of the grid right now. Charles flying here in Azerbaijan. He does love a pole position here, doesn't he? He really does. So, it puts us down to P2 then. Lando Norris in 3rd, Verstappen 4th. Sainz and Alonso right behind them as well. And it's pretty close between ourselves and Carlos Sainz in 5th. Less than a 10th separating the 2nd to 5th. Alonso, Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Albon now down to P10 there as well. It does knock Oscar Piastri down to P11. Hulkenberg, Stroll, Gasly, and Ocon all in a bit of a predicament here as well. So, probably are going to have to do another lap here, I think. I don't think that lap will be enough to get us through to Q3 comfortably. We're only, like I say, 3 and a bit tenths up on Alex Albon. So, probably are going to have to do another lap here, I think. If I wake up at 4 a.m. and they postpone, I'll sue. To be fair, that was a bit of a lie-in, though, wouldn't it? I bet he's going to get P1 in Q3. We'll see. We'll see. Let's assume we get into Q3 first of all, though. Has there been a cancellation due to weather? I mean, think back to Belgium 2021. They tried to do a few laps under safety car, and they just couldn't. The spray was really, really bad and stuff, so they cancelled the race after 3 laps, essentially. Right. Let's head down to these last few minutes then, shall we? I don't think we'll see another driver out until these last few minutes. Lewis Hamilton, first one out on track. Right, so fresh soft tyres are bolted on. We'll also drop the fuel loads to the minimum here as well, 2.4. We'll let everyone else head out on track, and then we'll follow along. Please do another lap. I intend to, don't worry. I intend to. They should have red flag Q3 Spa 21. I mean, it was red flag for a while, to be fair. And then they let him out, and then Norris had that big crash, and then, yeah. All right, let's go.
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the
Let's
car
go.
out to the track.
Because I remember Vettel was very upset on the radio, wasn't he? Saying the conditions were nowhere near good enough. Okay, we've got one car staying in the pits here. I assume that is Charles Leclerc. I don't think there's any need for him to another lap, so he stays in the garage. And I'm pretty sure he'll get through to Q2 quite comfortably. Sorry, Q3. Right. Let's get these tyres warmed up. And let's see if we can try and push for a good lap for our final one of Q2. And the surface temps get very cold on the fronts. I'm not sure where the irony comes from there, Root, I'm not gonna lie. One and a half minutes to go. Everyone's starting their lap here. Still need a bit more on those front tyres if we can do that. We'll have to do. Tyres are a little bit cold than I'd like, but we'll have to make do. All right, here we go. Final lap of Q2. I think we'll be through to Q3 anyway, but just to be sure of it, we'll get through. Alex Albon's crashed out. No! Alex Albon's out.
1 minute to go.
What has Alex Albon done? Alex. Oh, Alex, man. We better hope that car gets cleaned up before we get there. I mean, in real life, that'd be a red flag, obviously, but you don't get red flags in qualifying. Oh, dude. I tell you what, though. It's very nice to see AI making those kinds of mistakes in qualifying, though. You don't see it often. But, yeah. Alex Albon, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, will be out of qualifying. Let's pay attention to our lap for the most part, though. Looks like his car has been cleaned up. So it shouldn't impact us, at least.
And that's just 30 seconds left in the session.
Nice. Charles goes P1. Carlos goes P3 now. Perez P2. We're on a good lap here, though. Look at this delta. Look at this delta. Oh, this is looking good. All down to this final sector now. 5.5 tenths up as it stands as we head through the S's. All the way to the line now. Let's keep it to the inside. DRS will be upon us. Runabout now. DRS and Battery all the way to the line. It's going to be 5.5 tenths over the line. 37.2. Where is that going to put us? P1. Well, contrasting emotions in the Williams garage. Alex Albon has crashed out of Q2, but we've set our Williams onto the top step provisionally at the end of Q2, and a lovely lap there as well. Almost 2 tenths up on Max Verstappen. That's a beautiful lap on the fresh soft tyre there, and Verstappen finds himself in second place at the end of Q2 here as well. Alex Albon would have been through to Q3 as well. Oh, man. That means we're only get 9 cars partaking in Q3. Alex Albon has crashed out and retired from qualifying after making contact with the wall at turn 3. And that's gutting, man. He had some really good pace in qualifying as well, so unfortunately, we will not see him take part in Q3. So, Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez then in 3rd and 4th. Norris, Sainz, Alonso, Russell, and Hamilton will all be taking part in Q3. Albon would have, but unfortunately, due to his retirement, he will not take part of Q3. Piastri, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Stroll, and Pierre Gasly are all knocked out in Q2 here in Baku. But, yeah, very contrasting emotions in that Williams garage. But all focus can now turn to ourselves, and hopefully we could try and set ourselves up for a pole position here in Baku. Do you want a prediction for pole or front row? Ooh. Maybe front row. Maybe front row. Albon crashed and made it through. Yeah. Unfortunately, as you'll see here, though, his name isn't listed anywhere, so... Bit of a shame, but oh well. Oh well. Clean up crew on another level today? Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Right. Let's go on to this soft tire for Q3, I think. Obviously, we'll try and save a set of softs for the race. Then we'll use this one we just unlocked for Q3 as well. So, we'll start with this one and see how we go. What up, Pierre? Did not know I could repost lives. I know you can share it to other people, but I don't know about reposting. Unless that's what you call it. What F1 game was my first? The earliest memory I have an F1 game was 2012. But I think I probably played F1 games before that. But, yeah. Let's also adjust the fuel as well. Don't want to forget to do that. 3.4. All right. Let's go.
That's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Australia prediction. All depends on the weather. If it's a dry race, I have different predictions to that and a wet race, so. We're playing Zinchenko midfield and Tini at left wing. Fair enough. I mean, it's a bit of a nothing game, really, isn't it? So, a good chance to rotate some players. I have no force feedback. Now I do. Good old bug. That's fair, Pierre. I respect that. Stats aside, who do you want to win? Well, I'm a Verstappen fan, so naturally Verstappen. Just had shoulder surgery a month ago? Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're all right. My girlfriend also had shoulder surgery a long time ago as well, so I think I understand the pain. Nah, but will and stuff, so I'm ready to try the game soon. So excited. Nice, let's go. It'll be a good workout as well, to be fair. It's a good bit of physio. Yeah, she broke her snowboarding, so great rehab it is. It really is. Alright, let's keep these front tires warm. Ooh, that was a little bit of a bad job on the that was a bad job on the front tires, really. Okay. That's a may do. Alright, let's do this. Might be a bit of a sketchy lap this one with a bit of colder tyre, but we'll make do. Hadn't been to work since October. Well, at least got plenty of time off, at least. That's tough, though. Hopefully you're getting better, though. Oh! Well, that's that lap over.
Mind that front wing. It's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Oh! That's not good, is it? That's not good. Well, into pits we go then. This lap is basically over. I might still have time to do 2 laps still. P1 Vince, you got this. Does bro know? Does bro know? Nice wall there. Yeah, I found 2 of them actually. Lauenborg gifting out a sub as well to Kaya. Thank you much, Lauenborg, for that gifted sub. I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Get a little spin chat to welcome Kaya into the Vince fam. On behalf of Lauenborg, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Verstappen 37.2. That's a very good lap. Ah, man. Didn't that mess the lap up? Yeah. Right at the start of it, too. Very frustrating. Lauenborg with a tier 1 sub as well. I appreciate that, Lauen. Thank you much for the tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. Get a spin chat to welcome Lauen into the Vince fam for the first month as well with that tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. With the gifted and the tier 1. Thomas, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate you, dudes. Gifted for subbing. Yeah, alpha mentality. All right, into the pits we go. 7 minutes to go in this session. Do we have time just to do a banker lap or no? 9 drivers in Q3. Yeah, Alex Albon binned it at the end of Q2, but was in the top 10. So he doesn't take part in Q3. It's a long lap, it is, isn't it? Don't think it's worth it, is it? Little bit frustrating there. I don't think there's a point in risking. Well, looks like we're going to one-lap this. This is going to be a tough one. Having a delta and a banker lap in place always feels more comfortable, but we're going to have to try and wing this. We're going to have to try and wing it. Leclerc's going to be 2025 World Champ. I would love to see a Leclerc World Championship this year, but I just feel like McLaren are going to have the better car. Raya, White, Kvyat, Gabriel, Lewis, Rice, Jorginho, Zinchenko, Sterling, Marino, Tierney. Fair enough. I need 25 seconds to wing damage. That's not too bad. 5.5 minutes. It's not enough time, is it? 5.5 minutes is not enough time. All right, well, we'll have to go on the fresh softs then for the final lap. So be it. A little bit frustrated we couldn't put a lap down there. So, let's have a quick look at where we are then. So, Verstappen is currently fastest so far in Q3. He's on provisional pole here in Baku. Charles in second, half a tenth off from him. Sainz at 37.4. What did we do in Q2, chat? Was it 37.1, was it we did? 37.2? So if we could do that sort of lap time again, we might get onto the front row. But I feel like they're going to go faster on this second lap. Was it 37.2, was it? Okay, so it's very tight at the top then. Am I ever going to play LMU? I have played a bit of it. It was alright, but I played it when it first came out, and it was a bit buggy. I tried it again a couple weeks ago, actually. And I did enjoy it, so... Maybe at some point. 37.2, okay. So if we can get 37.2 again, we could well get onto that front row. But it is pretty tight between those top two, so... How's the new iRacing update? Oh, dude, it's bad. The tires are horrible now. It generally takes about 5 laps for the tires to get up to temperature. I'm not joking either. It generally takes about 4 or 5 laps for the tires to get up to temperature now. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal, especially in the GTPs. Momo, thanks for follow as well. Appreciate you. Yes, yeah, Sebring's very soon. The official one's next weekend. The iRacing one's the weekend after, I believe. Why doesn't AI want my tires? It doesn't anymore. The latest patch basically fixed that. So you have to warm up yourself now. You can't cheat it.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Atletico or Real, who do you prefer? Honestly, neither. Neither. I don't think we'll beat either of them. Can we play PSV again in the quarterfinals? Is there a way to make that possible? Who do you want to go through? I don't know. I really don't. I would like to see Atletico do one in the Champions League, but I also don't want to play against them. So, I guess Atleti. I don't know. Alright, we're going to warm the tires up this time. Can't make that same mistake. AI doesn't warm up. I learned that the hard way in the community race. Yep. Yeah, the latest patch, they fixed that, so... That used to be a thing, but no longer is. Which means you've got to weigh your tire down now to warm it up. Two minutes to go. Lots of drivers about to start their lap now, so... I hope anyone but Barca or Real Madrid win the Champions League, so Salah can win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah, Rafinha's in with a great shout right now, isn't he? It's getting dark here, isn't it? It's getting dark. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Final lap of qualifying. The sun setting well here in Baku. But we need to put our name onto the lights here. Here we go. We need a big lap. Big lap. Avoided the wall this time. Please stop calling it Skibbity Baku. I internally cringe reading that.
"30 seconds left in the session."
Come on. Right up against the walls in Castle. It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Here we go. Final sector. Qualifying is done. It's all down to us. Purple middle sector. Here we go. To the line. Super dark through this S section. It's almost pitch black, it feels. Here we go then. To the line. Come on. Just got to put our foot for the floor and pray for the lap time here. Down to the line we go at the end of Q3. It's going to be a 37.4. It's not pole position. I think it's P3. To be fair, that's actually not too bad. I thought that'd be a little bit lower. P3, ladies and gentlemen. We can work with that for this weekend. GG's. GG's. We'll be starting on the second row. Verstappen will be on pole position here in Baku. We will take that. We will take that. 3,000ths up on Carlos Sainz as well. Very, very close between ourselves and the Spaniard. But, yeah, we get a nice little view of the top two down towards turn one, don't we? So, whether we'll have a say in that top two battle, we'll find out. But Max Verstappen will start on pole position here in Azerbaijan. Charles Leclerc, our brother, of course, will start in second place. We will be getting a Leclerc. Arthur Leclerc starts P3, Carlos Sainz in P4, Sergio Perez and George Russell start on the third row together. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso on the fourth. Excuse me, hang on. Usually it's a good idea to breathe then swallow, but, you know, here we are. Where was I? So, Sergio Perez and George Russell on the third row together. Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton on the fourth. And Fernando Alonso on the fifth row. On his own right now. But Alex Albon will start P10. Unless he's got to take a penalty for something. So, yeah. Only 9 competitors in Q3. Alex Albon didn't make it, unfortunately, due to his retirement in Q2. And, yeah. Man, that's annoying. Would you get banned from Twitch for rigging the predictions like football players do? I have no idea. Maybe you just lose your permission or lose your right to have predictions on your channel or something. I don't know. Monaco is challenging. Monaco is probably the toughest track out there. I actually don't mind Monaco, personally. I like the challenge of it. I like the challenge. Yeah, Albon crashed out in Q2, so that's why there's only 9 people in Q3. He crashed out in Q2, finished 10th, so he was still classified for Q3, but obviously, because he crashed out, he didn't get to take part in the third session, so... Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there we go then. Qualifying over and done with here in Azerbaijan, which means all we have left now is the race, the big one, the 51 laps of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Of course, we know this track is going to be all about that straight line speed, but who can manufacture those tight corners the best as well. It is going to be a fully dry race as well. No rain is expected here in Baku. We had a little bit of rain during the weekend in practice, but nothing for qualifying, nothing for the race, so it should be a dry strategy today. Probably like a medium soft. I'd imagine a two-stop would be the way to go here. I believe it's quite a short pit lane, so yeah, hopefully we can get our strategy right and get ourselves a good position at the end of the race. This is how the championship is looking as we head into Azerbaijan as well. We do sit in second place right now. We are 13 points up on Charles Leclerc and 65 down on Verstappen. So I think it's fair to say we're not really in that championship fight too much with Verstappen being that far down. And I imagine with him being on pole, he's obviously got the best sight of victory heading into this race as well. But yeah, Charles Leclerc does start ahead of us today, and he is behind us in the championship. So he'll be kind of like our rival today, I guess, for the championship. But yeah, we are P2 in a Williams. Way high difficulty. We vary usually. It's always between 105 and 110. We always keep it strong, though. We always keep it high. 4 for 4 on predictions. Jesus, jamming. Okay. People have got to start taking lessons from me, I think. Lando Norris. I can't remember where Lando Norris was. I think it was about P6 for him. So we're currently 15 points up on him. But at the moment, we're looking pretty good. So, I think, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are good to go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Q3 result, P3. Unless there's a penalty to someone ahead of us, then, yeah, P3 will be how it is. I'd be surprised, though, if there is, but you never know. I'm just hoping that Alex Albon didn't take a penalty, because he was looking really quick in qualifying. What I will say as well, chat, our quali pace looked a lot better than our race pace. Our race pace was okay, but it wasn't as strong as our quali pace. So, getting a podium here, although we are starting in that top 3, getting a podium out of this is going to be very tricky. So, yeah, hopefully we could try and keep it together for the race, but don't expect it to be easy. It will not be easy at all. In my career mode, Lando joined Red Bull and Perez joined McLaren. Oh, wow. That's something. I mean, Lando was possibly close to joining Red Bull at one point, so I wouldn't say it's incredibly unrealistic, but yeah, Perez being in the sport at all, that's a bit unrealistic. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get cracking for the race here in Baku. We have 51 laps of racing action beckoning upon us for this race. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully we can succumb these 51 and get ourselves another fantastic finish. We won in Monza. Can we win in Baku as well? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get started for 51 laps of racing action here in Baku.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience, and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Perez, Russell, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Stroll, Gasly, Bottas, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Joe, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. It's Ant Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the
L1 P9, is he? Good.
Other drivers,
got one free position then.
Within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season.
Lewis got the penalty, good.
The more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
All right, that works nicely for us then, doesn't it? No complaints at all. All right, so we keep our position then. We'll stay P3. No complaints at all from me. Let me just adjust this audio setting real quick, and that should be us good to go. All right, so the strategy is suggesting a two-stop medium, soft. Can't say that's a massive surprise, really. Oh, it was also saying that a one-stop's viable. Ooh. I don't think we one-stop this, though, right? I don't think we one-stop this, do we? We'll drop that fuel a touch as well. About there. I might just drop that front wing a couple clicks as well. Just to help our straight line speed out a touch. Yeah, it's saying 87 minutes and 17 seconds for the two-stop. And then for the one-stop, 87.24. Yeah, I don't think the one-stop's going to happen, is it? Unless we can try softs. Nah. Nah, I don't think so. Nah, let's revert that back. We'll revert that back. Yeah, looks like a two-stop, doesn't it? Looks like a two-stop, this one. Cap, thanks for following Twitch as well. Appreciate you. Welcome in. I tell you what, if we had kept one more fresh soft tire, maybe we could have done a soft, medium, soft. Problem is, unfortunately, we have a worn one, so... Yeah. I guess the question is, chat, do we want to start on the mediums or start on the softs? But I'd rather the question should be, should we start on softs or finish on softs? That should be the question, really. Start mediums, you reckon? I mean, from what I saw, the softs don't look too bad here. What's everyone else doing? We have got a couple of people on hard tires, actually. Lando's on hards. Oscar's on hards. Ricardo's on softs. Every single other driver on mediums. I don't look here, K-Cray, but I think because we've only got one fresh soft, I don't think it is. I don't think it's too viable. Yeah. I think this is going to be a medium soft or a soft medium. One of the two. We'll go a little bit longer in that middle stint as well, actually. I prefer going a little bit shorter in the first and then a bit longer in the second. Maybe they're doing one stop the two hards. They probably are. They probably are. Unless they're going to go hard, medium. They have no fresh softs available, but I'd be surprised if that was the case. Very surprised. Start on medium can adjust to one stop if needed in the race. That is true, to be fair. If we start on medium tires, we get a lot of flexibility, don't we? So I think that's maybe what we'll do. And then we can decide if we want to go for the one stop or the two stop from there on. Okay. I think we'll run the mediums then. Like I say, we can either from this go for a two stop or we can go for a one stop. If we want to do the one stop, which will be the plan B essentially, then we need to get to lap 22 and then we can go 29 on the hards at the end there as well. However, if we want to do the two stop, then we need to do 17, 20, and 14. So hopefully that should be a pretty solid strategy. I'll tell you what, actually, let's just go like that. Bump each of those tires up one by one. All right. What team are we racing for? We're racing for Williams. Good open options? Yep, I agree. I like that. Let's run with that. Right. Last little bit before we get started, ladies and gentlemen. Prediction time. What should we do for our predictions? So, we do start in third place. Alex Albon in ninth. So, we could do a team v team here. Maybe like a... I was going to say... It's going to be a little bit tricky to a team v team, actually, I reckon. We could go against our brother. Charles v. Arthur. We could go Charles versus Arthur. You guys said Lewis Hamilton was P17, right? Yeah. So I don't think we could do a team v team, but I mean, we could. We're only 3 places up on George Russell. I think Charles versus Arthur, chat. What do you think about that for a prediction? Who will finish highest out of Charles and Arthur? How do you feel about that? You think the bros? Yeah? You like that? Let's do it. Who will finish highest out of Leclerc or Leclerc? Who will finish highest out of Charles or Arthur? Dominic extended through 2029. Oh, boy. Start the race, please. We'll be starting in a second. Don't you worry. We'll be starting in a second. Okay. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get ourselves ready and on the way for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So, we do start this one in third place. We had a decent little qualifying session there. However, as I said earlier, I do feel like our quali pace was stronger than our race pace. So, whether our pace today will be strong or not, we'll have to wait and see how the first few laps unravel. And then, yeah, hopefully we can try and secure a podium. But it is going to be tricky today starting in P3 with Verstappen and Charles starting right in front of us. These are the strategies we are looking at for today's race as well. We are looking at either the two-stop or the one-stop. The two-stop strategy suggests 18 and 20 on the mediums and then 13 on the softs right at the end as well. And if we want the one-stop strategy, we'll have to go 22 laps on the mediums and then we go 29 on the hards at the end. So both of these options are viable, but we are going to try and do the two-stop here if possible. If we do flop the tyre we're doing very well, though, it is possible we do revert back to this one-stop and go with that. But we'll play it by ear. We'll see how the tyre wear goes and base our opinion off that. Today's prediction, ladies and gentlemen, will be between the two Leclercs. Who will start out, who will finish highest out of Charles or Arthur? Get your predictions up in the chat in a moment's time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for 51 laps of racing action here in Azerbaijan. Ladies and gentlemen, the prediction is up in the chat right now. Which of the two Leclercs finish highest here in Baku? Will it be Charles? Will it be Arthur? Get your predictions up in the chat right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The front tyres, as we saw all weekend, really struggling for a tyre temp. We even lowered the pressure to try and help the tyre temps a bit more, but still struggling quite a lot with them. So we'll try and do a little bit more weaving down to the line, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I love this intro music. We're going to be getting some new intro music very soon, actually. So keep your eyes out for the new music which will arrive maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. So we do start P3 for this one. Max Verstappen on pole position as he does best. Charles Leclerc in second. Sainz and Perez directly behind us as well. Rest of the grid lining up here. And then it'll be time for 51 laps of racing action here in Azerbaijan. 5 red lights, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Lights out, away we go. Verstappen's off the line very, very poorly. Charles Leclerc gets up the inside of him. Up at turn 1. We can have a go as well then. Both the brothers trying to get past the Flying Dutchman as we got the inside. Up towards turn 2 as well. Verstappen hanging around the outside. We'll just have to leave a bit of room. And we do take that position away from Max Verstappen. Leclerc 1-2, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen that a few times this season. We're seeing it again right about now. Good start to this race. We got off the line nicely. And Verstappen couldn't get out of the gears quick enough. And has conceded to both the Monegasques. Battle for P4 ensuing as well as we see Sainz and Perez side by side with each other. So Ferrari and Red Bull back there as well. Hopefully Alex has got a good start to this race as well. But this is a very nice start for ourselves as we head into the trickiest part of the track. And we did it on lap 1 without too much issues. So hopefully we can get through the next 50 like that as well. Charles got a lightning start. Yeah, he got a great start, didn't he? He got a really nice start. So now it's all about playing that DRS game. Trying to make sure we stay within that 1 second of Charles Leclerc and that Ferrari. Verstappen still hanging on to the back of our tail as we head through into the final few corners. Purple in the middle sector for ourselves. We were the fastest on that lap in the middle sector. Wait, what's frozen, chat? We back up? Wait, the stream freeze? Is it good now? Nothing happened on my end. The hell? I think Verstappen was run out of battery at turn 1 here, so we'll keep P2. You were fine? Did Twitch have a moment, maybe? Am I using the 2025 liveries? Yes. I didn't see anything weird happen. Here comes Verstappen. We haven't got DRS on our brother here. Up the inside goes Max Verstappen at turn 3. Tries to squeeze his Red Bull up the inside. We just hang it round the outside. Keep ourselves in front for the time being. We need to get that DRS on Charles ASAP. Oh, Ferrez but fine now. Oh. My Twitch never stopped? I have no idea then. I have no idea. Nothing happened on my end either, so I don't know. What up, Robbie? Into the castle section we go for lap 2. Need to claw some time back here on Leclerc, otherwise we are going to be in a bit of bother. Verstappen is still hanging on to the back of us.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead.
Still too far back, aren't we? Oh, that's a little bit tricky. That's a little bit tricky. Just right there inside curb. Charles Rapids. Yeah, looks really quick, doesn't he? Charles does love Baku, doesn't he, though? He's always very quick at this track. We did go purple in that middle sector again, but we still lost time to Charles, so... I think Verstappen's going to get us to turn 1 here, isn't he? He's 3/10 off the back of us. I think Verstappen's about to get back into the top 2. There's little I can do here. Up the inside goes Max Verstappen, maybe. But I think he's run out of battery again. Yeah, I think he has. Unless he tries again now, up at turn 1. Verstappen trying to get up the inside once more. Won't even run on the inside, but he still can't force his way through. We're doing a good job of just holding it back for a moment, but I think turn 3, it could all come to an end. All the AI do it, Jam. It's so dumb. Here he comes again. Max Verstappen looking up the inside of turn 3 again. We've got to lay on the brakes, hold that outside line. Have we gone a bit deep? No, we haven't. And we just hold off Max Verstappen once again. So a good few bits defending there, just holding that outside line, getting that grip. And Verstappen has to bail out almost every time, which is unlike him, to be fair. The problem is that battle is costing us to P1. So if Verstappen's going to get past, he needs to kind of get on with it, you know? We nearly broke that 1 second there as well. That was a good middle sector from ourselves. We did claw that time back a little bit to Charles Leclerc. That's a really good middle sector. Really, really good. That should be purple again, I think. Am I running too high downforce again? Because our middle sector is a lot stronger than the others right now. Look at that. I think we might have broke DRS. Maybe, yeah. I can maybe drop the front wing a couple clicks in the pit stop. We are running 23 right now, so maybe we'll go 20. That might help the straight line a little bit. Did use up a lot of battery there too. Verstappen, I don't think got DRS though. He's not closing up to us, so Verstappen did not get DRS on this occasion. So hopefully we can keep pushing forward here and try and hunt down Charles Leclerc. 1.7 is the gap at the moment. Out at turn 2 we go. Trying to get the traction down. I think Verstappen was still outside of DRS, but does close up a little bit regardless. Come on. Enter the sector we're good at now. This is where we're strong, so hopefully we can bring that time down to Charles. Verstappen's still within that 1 second. Bit of a lock up on the front tyres there, but made the corner nicely. Into the castle section. Didn't get a huge amount that time, did we? Gained a little bit, but not a huge amount. Cap and Sebable, thanks for follows on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Or Sebable. Whichever it is. Appreciate the follows, guys. Welcome in. Looks like we worked faster than Charles on this lap, weren't we? Problem is we are eating up our battery trying to do that, so that could cause a bit of a problem. Still got just over... I was going to say just over a second, but then it came down to 9/10 for ourselves for Verstappen, so I think he's got DRS on this occasion. Carlos Sainz isn't too far behind him, though. So if those two could have it scrapped, that could help us out. 42.0 for Charles Leclerc, 42.1 for ourselves. So not much in it between the two brothers at the moment. Still looking pretty good. Out turn 2 we go. Leclerc P1 and P2, yup. It's a Leclercception. Come on. Let's try and get a good middle sector again. Was a little bit deep at turn number 3, or 4, sorry. Verstappen has got back up towards us again, isn't he? With that help, that DRS. Come on. Let's keep pushing. Into the car section we go once more. On lap 5. Verstappen's still keeping it pretty tight here, isn't he? He's upped his pace a little bit. We've not really dropped off too much to show, but Verstappen's caught up to us, so I think Verstappen is on some very good pace at the minute, so let's try and keep this up as long as we can. I don't know how long we'll keep up for, but it does feel like Verstappen is starting to really put some pressure on now. He has broken that DRS to Carlos Sainz as well, so maybe he's just got that battery in a good position. Here we go down towards turn 1 again then. Is Verstappen close enough this time around? He's looking very quick on the straight this time, and not much we can do about this one. Max Verstappen will take second place away from us here in Azerbaijan. We'll just charge the battery a little bit, and Verstappen goes fastest as well. So his effort's starting to show some rewards, and that puts us back down to P3. But now we'll get DRS on and Verstappen up towards turn 3 as well. I think we're a little bit too far back this time though, aren't we? Sneaky, thanks for following me. Appreciate you, dudes. Welcome in as well. Welcome in. Hope you have a good one. No worries, Jam. Good luck as well. Are we Charles or Arthur? We're Arthur. We're playing as Arthur. Alright, let's get a quick look at how the tyres are doing here as well. 6 and 8% on the rear tyres after 6 laps. It's that rear right that's causing a bit of a problem, isn't it? That rear right looks a little bit high on wear. Fronts look good. Just got to keep an eye on those rear tyres. We've got a good bit of battery in the tank as well, so we'll try and keep this tight to Verstappen. I want to get a rig like yours. How much do I need to invest? Well, I mean, it depends how much you want to put into it, really. You can get starter rigs, which costs less than 500. Or you can go all out and get some very high quality, expensive equipment, which can cost up to 2,000. It all depends how much you want to put into it, really. Okay, we should be able to get Verstappen at turn 1. Here he's out of battery. Or maybe not. Around the outside, maybe at turn 1. Verstappen would just hold that one, I think. That was our first look at getting back past him. Maybe at turn 3. How close as we head through turn 2 now. Verstappen a little wide of that apex. And I think we'll try and steam on by. And this will be us getting back into second place. Charles' pace right now is very good, by the way. Very, very good.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Bit of a slide on the rear tyres. Up turn 3. It's a concern that my front tyres wear more than my rears, with all assists off. It depends on the track. Some tracks do naturally have more wear on the front tyres than rears. Some naturally have more on the rears than the fronts. Some have more on the left side than right side. It's very track dependent. It can also be inflicted by driving style as well, obviously. But most time it is more of like a natural track thing to happen, you know. Who's ready for the first race this weekend? Me. I'm ready. 4 a.m. We will be there, hopefully, maybe. Might be dead still, who knows? We'll find out. Is this 24? F1 24? Yes. Yeah, unless you're in America, then it's Saturday night. Lucky bastards. I don't mind waking up early for 1 or 2 races, to be fair. First 3 races will be early birds for us, but everything else will be normal, so it's not too bad. Unlike the Americans, who have to basically go through it every single week other than the first 3. And the Aussies.
On the car behind. Really good stuff.
We will honour you during these tough times for ourselves. Out of turn 2 we go. Verstappen's still fairly close here. Is he going to go for a move? I hope he doesn't. He's trying to get a little bit closer, but we should keep our distance, and we do. And we maintain P2 for the time being. Last year wasn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Max fan, so I think I fell asleep after lap 3. After what happened. Do you bother with practicing quali on a race weekend? If it's at a sensible time, I will watch it. If not, probably not. I mean, I will watch quali, but I probably won't watch practice. Unless I happen to be awake already, then I might watch practice. Because I think practice at like 1 a.m. UK time, right? And I am usually awake around 1 a.m. for a bit, so maybe I'll watch practice, then go to sleep. Yeah, Verstappen's close enough again, isn't it? Is it 1:30, you say? Yeah. I might be alright to watch practice. We'll see. We will see. Almost it's double digits on laps now. Next lap will be number 9. And then we'll be on to number 10. Here comes Max Verstappen again. He tries to go up the inside once more. He'll probably run out of battery again. Yep. Is he going to still go for it, though? Nah, we'll keep the position, I think. Might give me a turn 3. The AI is so bad at managing their battery. It's really stupid. What up, Howick? I think first practice starts at like 4 a.m. your time. No, I don't think so. That's when the race is. Oh, Verstappen's going for an ambitious dive here. That was a bit of a lunge. He's still going to hold around the outside, though. This is going to lose us a lot of time to show if we keep battling. There's a bit of contact there between ourselves and Verstappen as well. And now Verstappen backs out. And that has lost us significant time to the Ferrari. And I tell you what, the guys behind have got close because of that as well. So that's not ideal, is it? Not ideal. Ooh, bit of a slide on the rear. It's not good. Practice 2 is at 5 to 6. Oh, yeah, no, that's fair, yeah. No, I'll watch FP1 then. I won't watch FP2, but I'll probably watch FP1. Race at 6 a.m. for you, that's not too bad. You may have to let him go and use DRS to try and chase Charles. We've tried that. The problem is it doesn't really catch up. I'd be happy for that to happen, but it doesn't really catch him. Kind of ends up holding us back, if anything. We have got a little bit of a gap here, so we won't get past at turn 1 this time. What do I play on? Like, console-wise, you mean, or? I'm on PC, if that's what you mean. Undercut. We are already boxing a little early. We've got yellow flags out on track. That's behind us, and that's an Aston Martin. That could be Fernando Alonso. Slowing down at turn 2. It is.
Okay, they're out of this race.
2-time race winner this season, Fernando Alonso. He's out of the session, so he will not make it through today. Probably unlikely anyway, to be fair, but... Either way, he's out of the race. He's out at turn 2 on lap 10. So only getting a fifth of the way through the race. Still 3.1, 2.9 to show. We're still wrestling the car through these corners, trying to find any bit of grip to help us bring that gap down. Verstappen 9/10 back. What's the championship standing? Verstappen leads the championship to ourselves. It's about 60, 65 points between us. And then we are 13 ahead of Charles, 15 ahead of Lando. So as it stands, we will stay in second place, but Charles will bring that gap down a good portion. P20 AI again? Sure. Hopefully Ferrari pull a Ferrari strategy. We'll see. Speaking of actually, let's have a look if they are doing the 1-stop or the 2-stop. Driver in front.
Leclerc ahead. Okay, gap ahead, 2.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1 minute, 42.5. Okay,
he's 1-stopping.
gaining by around 6/10 a lap.
Chat shows one stopping. Does that mean we should one stop or two stop? What should we do from here? What's Max doing? Driving behind.
And Verstappen's behind. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last
He's one stopping as well.
42.3.
Ooh. I mean, the two stop looked quicker though, didn't it? I mean, these medium tyres aren't feeling too great right now either. After 11 laps. What's tyre wear? I mean, the tyre wear looks okay. It doesn't feel great. But the tyre wear looks alright. Might have to be a little bit careful with braking or something, I guess. Yeah, rear left's on 12%, rear right's on 14. So as expected, that rear right still coming up a bit higher. Protect the rear right, should be okay. Here comes Verstappen. We'll get past again here. Not much you can do about that one. We haven't got a lot of battery. So Verstappen goes into P2 for the time being and gets fast lap again for his troubles.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
One stop undercut. I mean, we are kind of undercutting already on the two stop. I don't know. If we want a one stop, we need to get this tire to 22 or 23, something like that. I believe on the two stop, we're boxing lap 17, was it? Lap 18. So it's a little bit earlier than the one stop by about 5 laps or so. But it could get us a lot of time. Where's Alex? Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind, 11.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're sitting in 7th. And the time last
It's not bad, is it?
1 minute 43.2.
Good start so far for Alex. Got 2 positions. 18 and 20, wasn't it? Yeah, sounds about right, actually. Sounds about right. Unless you want to go 1 lap earlier again. And go back to 17, 19, then 14 on the softs. Let's see what you guys vote for on the poll. Two stop. We could go 1 lap earlier then. Here we go on Verstappen. Around the outsides. Our straight line speed's definitely not as strong as it was in Monza, is it? Verstappen's still trying to hold the inside here. Jesus Christ. I thought he'd back out of that one, but it is Verstappen. I guess I shouldn't have been so, I shouldn't have been so expecting. Follow Charles. Well, Charles is 1 stopping. And he'll probably go to about 23, 24 on this stint. And I don't know if I want to do that. What wings am I using? 20... I was originally using 25, 23, but I'm on 23, 23 now. So I think in the pits I'm going to drop it down to 20. Because our straight line speed still doesn't look great, does it? Which is very contrasting to what we saw in Monza. I mean, we are strong in the middle sector, aren't we? We do go quick through here every time. I guess the McLarens might have done an early pit stop, maybe? I don't know. There is also a racing ball quite far back, too. Alai and Scan, thanks for following us on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing good. You really like racing in Baku? I don't mind it, to be fair. It is a fun track. Do we have a spare soft? No. Well, actually, yes, we do. Sorry. We have 1 soft tire. The plan right now is to a medium soft. So we are planning on using that spare soft tire. But we only have 1 of them. And we did open up that gap to Verstappen a little bit.
Okay, so we're leading
in that
our
final
teammate
sector there.
by 12.8 seconds.
Do you think F125 is much better? I think it has very little choice but to be better. Ooh, that's a lot of rear sliding through turn 2. 2.2 to show. Gap is still slowly coming down, isn't it? Our last time was a 42.5. Driver in front.
Leclerc is ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 2.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
What's his lap time? 42.7.
42.7. We're gaining by around 2 tenths per lap. Keep going.
We're gaining, chat. We are gaining. Like I said, a lot of the time is in this middle sector. That's where we're quickest. If you pass him one stop, you reckon? I wonder if he's just managing his tyre a bit more because he knows it's going a bit longer. At the moment, we're under the impression we're two-stopping, so we're kind of pushing a bit more. 1.6 here. Getting a lot of time in the middle, didn't we? I think we'll just stretch out a little bit down the straight, but we're getting a good chunk of time again in that second sector. 2 stops away. I think it looks tight, doesn't it? I guess what we have to be careful of is where we come out. Our rejoin position right now, it says P11. Is that ahead of that big group of cars heading through the S's? It might be.
Haven smile.
It could be a tight exit, couldn't it? If we can get ahead of that group, we'll be all right, but we'll see. Samsung coming with that 34-month resub as well. Thank you much, Samsung, for the 34, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope it ain't good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's spin chat to welcome Samsung InstaVins fan for the 34 months as well. Appreciate it. In between at the moment, you reckon? It's dropped down to 10th now. Struggling on the rears. Rear tyres aren't feeling good. Again, on the tyre wear, they look okay, but I can feel them sliding a good bit. And the tyre temps look okay as well, so I really am quite surprised we're feeling this tyre feeling worse than it looks. Our teammate's in P7 right now. He's fighting with Lance, by the looks of it. I think what the rejoin shows you is worst case scenario. So if you had a slow pit stop, we'd still come out P9. I believe that's how it's coded, essentially. It's based off of worst case scenario. So at the moment, it does look like we'll come out ahead of the group. So far, so good, cheers, Samsung.
You're going to be on mediums.
Why is Arteta playing Ryan and Rice? I have no idea. Not a clue. Not a clue. Albon's up to P15. Okay, people are pitting. Here comes Verstappen up the inside. Oh. That's a daily message. Well, no, white makes sense, HP. Because Tim was playing every game. Chat. We've got people boxing. Do we react or stay out? There's quite a few people who just boxed. We might come out well ahead of them if we do box now. It could be a good opportunity to. It could be a good opportunity. Don't come in, stay out. What about traffic? Well, I think we'll come out ahead of them. That's what I'm saying. They've all boxed. We'll come out ahead of them if we box now. That's what I'm thinking. Whatever Charles does. Charles is staying out. He's staying out right now. Box now, stay ahead. Box. Box, box.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Opposite to Charles. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, don't worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this pit stop.
It's a little bit of an early one, but we're doing it. Come on, get ahead of that traffic. No slow stops, boys. No slow stops. Thankfully, we're right.
Removing the left rear wheel. We need to try and put that behind us, and let's finish the race as
We have lost a bit of time,
One
but
stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy.
we do keep ourselves in front. So that's something still. We lost a bit of time from the start, but we do stay ahead of the group. That's the most important thing. If that pit stop had cost us the point where we'd be behind the group, would have been cooked. Would have been cooked. Mediums, yep. We're doing a two-stop.
Isn't your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting. Bring your tyres in gently,
Right.
and let's go for it.
Mark's saying to bring the tyres in gently. I say we push, because we've got some time to make up here. An extra 3 seconds, basically. Is that the first fuck up this season? Second, actually. I think we had one in Zandvoort, I think it was. Which, to be fair, is still pretty good, isn't it? Our first season, only 2 mess-ups. It's not too bad.
Haven't yet pitted, and they're on a one-stopper, so don't waste time fighting, because they should be coming in soon.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be right behind Albon and Stroll right now if we didn't have that mess-up, so... I think either way we're still okay, just lost a bit of time. And hopefully we can find that again at some point.
Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting.
You may as well push as hard as you can on this tyre since you're boxing again. We are going longer on this tyre, that's the difference though. On the first tyre, we went 17 laps. Sorry, yeah, 17 laps. This one we're going 20, I believe. Since it lowered the wing, it should help the tyre deck, hopefully. I know, it's doing my head in, noob. Every time. What would be terrible for us, really, is if these two in front battle while we're trying to get through. My first stream since losing 200k because he couldn't beat Leclerc,
Okay, so
and now we're against him again.
1.8 seconds.
Might give you some trauma here. I apologize if so. Oh, the moon looks pretty. Don't know why I just randomly caught it in the corner of my eye, so sorry, my bad. Have we pit already? Yep. Do we adjust the wing? Yep. And we should be within that 1 second of Lance Stroll now. I don't know if we'll get by straight away, though. A little bit tight on battery, too, so... Nearly ran out of touch wide there. It's my favourite driver, Verstappen. Spam overtaking gap past them both. I haven't got the battery. I haven't got the battery to do that right now. We'll try and get close at turn 1, stay with Stroll through turn 2. Maybe at turn 3 we'll get opportunity. But we are a little bit too far back here. Come on. Getting through these guys is very important. There we go. Stroll has DRS as well. We're going to attack. Around the outsides. Get pitched over a little bit here. Just got to be a bit careful on the braking not to hit Albon. We'll leave space for Stroll on the inside. Nice move.
Nice move. Good job.
Very, very nice. That's Stroll out the way. Mark, team orders. Team orders.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just
Mark, you've got to let me go. That works too. I don't mind that. I'll take that. Pretty sexual move. Don't mind those in the slightest. All right. So, gap to Verstappen, 17.6. I think the pit stops here are about 20 seconds, aren't they? So, I think we'll have a bit of a gap to Verstappen as it stands. What does he mean by sexual? Whatever you decide. Is Max a pit stop ahead of you? Yeah. Well, I don't know. He still needs to box, but I don't know if he'll come out in front of us or not. I believe it's about 20 seconds in the pits here. I think it's also caught Charles, wasn't he? Looking at the track map, it looks like it's caught Charles by himself. It's pretty impressive. Also 9.9, 10 seconds now to George Russell out of turn 2. Albon's still within DRS range of us. We should lose him this lap, I think, though. (17.9) to Verstappen. We'll have a lock up. 17.8. We're gaining a tiny bit, but not enough. Hopefully we can get some more in the middle sector. Short pit lane here can confirm. 20 seconds, that sounds right. Obviously, I think with ours, it was probably an extra, what, 20, 22 maybe? Because we had a slightly long pit stop, so if you look at our entire pit stop time, remove a couple seconds, that should be about the average. And we gained a lot of Verstappen in the middle sector there, didn't we? 16.7, that's where the time is. That's where the time is, in that middle sector, especially through Castle.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Purple middle sector. Let's keep pushing. Why do we only see stars, but you see what it says? What? What do you mean? .41.5, that's a new PB. That's a new PB. P1 and P2 fighting, yep. Yeah, they are. And a little scrap at turn 3 there. We should gain a bit more time. I believe we'll see Verstappen and Charles pit in the next couple laps. So the more we gain now, the better. The more we gain now, the better. Williams looks a bit stiff tonight. Honestly, if anything, we're struggling straight line speed, which is very ironic after what happened in Monza. Doesn't feel too bad in corners. It feels fine through corners. If anything, it's a straight line that's struggling. Let's have a look at the tyre temps as well. Yeah, front tyre's still quite cold, but not much I can do about them from this point onwards. I tried adjusting the PSI, but it didn't do a lot. Whitehead, thanks for following on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it as well, dudes.
Okay, here's the
Welcome
gap.
in.
We're trailing the car ahead by 6.3 seconds.
13.2 to Verstappen. That was a big gain. That was a big, big gain on Verstappen there, wasn't it? They're in. They're boxing. Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen in the pits. George Russell stays out. Here we go. What's the gap as we exit the pit exit then?
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Through turn 1 we go. Alex Albon's in. Through turn 2. The gap is going to be 4.55 seconds. Not bad, is it? Considering we had a slow pit stop, I think about 4.5, 5 seconds is actually pretty good. And we're still going through the best of this tyre, so hopefully we can keep pushing a bit more. I like that. Don't mind that at all. George Russell will probably be in the next couple as well. Let's keep on going. Perez also ahead? Yeah. Perez could do a great hold-up job here, couldn't he? He's obviously on the 2-stop as well, but he could very much hold them up a little bit more. And that'd be great for us. You changed the wing during pit stop? Yes. Yeah, we lowered the front wing by 3 clicks. So maybe that's why it might look a little bit stiffer through the corners, but it was all in hope of just getting a bit more straight line speed. But to be fair, it seems to be working so far, doesn't it? So, what was your stop time? I think it was about 2021, maybe. Can't quite remember. George Russell into the lead of the race we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first time today we do lead the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Not really on net position, though, because we still do have that 1 stop to go. So this is literally the battle of 2 stop versus 1 stop. Us on the 2 stop, Perez on the 2 stop, and then obviously Charles and Verstappen both on the 1 down there as well. So pit box time is 4.8. Total time, I don't know. I think it's around 21 maybe then. That sound about right. Ooh. Come on. Put up, Alex. Yeah, Leclerc and Verstappen haven't quite caught up to the DRS of Perez yet, so that's good for us. Perez helped out last race, so it's more than likely. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we'll have a last lap battle again. Who knows? Who knows? Next stop is softs. Yes. Unless we get a safety car. Like anytime soon. And then maybe we'd go hards instead. But for now, yeah, it's going to be the soft tyre. Looks like we're on for a PB here as well. Our current personal best is 41.1. Are we going to beat that this time around? Down to line we go. And it is 41.0. Almost into the 40s. And we have gone fastest here in Azerbaijan. Tell you what, Charles and Max are struggling, chat. That gap is opening up, isn't it? That gap to Verstappen and Charles is opening. We're in a very nice spot here. Again, like I said, we still need to box, but Perez doing work. They're not even caught up to Perez yet. They're not even within DRS range of him. Your tires are still peak. Yeah, exactly. So we still have a chance to open up the gap a bit more. Probably battling. They could be. I think they'll get held up even more when they catch up to Checo. Why does it say 25 in the top left? Because we're using an F1 25 season mods. Hard to wait take a minute to warm up. I mean, they should be warmed up by now. They've probably just not quite got the best grip. Look at that. 7 seconds now to Leclerc. Think we're on the right strat here, you know. I think we're on the right strat. Middle sensor are gapping a lot. Yeah. That's where I feel quickest, so it makes sense. So it looks like they're about a second away from Perez DRS still. I don't think they're catching Perez. I really don't. Carlos Sainz is also in their little battle as well. So he might have a say on how all that plans out, but
Gap to your teammate behind, 28.
I like the position we're in.
Seconds.
Verstappen just moved into P3 as well at turn 1. And that does hold them up. They're battling. You're right, chat. They're battling. That's costing them big time. One minute unless you're ready. 30 seconds. Conor Gallagher, damn. I really am not looking forward to playing either of those two teams, to be honest with you. That is going to be a horrible game either way. We are definitely out in the corners, that's for sure. Whoa, hello. So we're still looking okay so far. 8 seconds to Verstappen. To be fair, they're still about 2 seconds off from Perez, so that battle didn't cost them too much. To Perez, at least. Purple middle sector. And we are about halfway through this race now as well. Lap 25 of 51, about to enter 26. So we are into the second half of this race. Any more stops? Yeah, one more. We're doing a soft tire in the last 13, 14 laps. So I'd imagine before we box, that hard tire should start catching. But obviously, the bigger the gap is, the easier it'll be to catch when we get on the soft. So it's a bit ambitious one to go on this 2-stop, but we're going for it. What did we start on? Mediums. We've done a medium so far. Degradation's phenomenal. Yeah, it's really good. Time around this track isn't too bad. The thing is, once you get to around 10%, although it looks fine, you start feeling it a bit more. It's really weird. Like, Deg is not high around here, but the tires feel like they're higher on Deg than they actually are. It's really strange. Like, I see sometimes my rear end just gets a little bit out of touch. .5 to max as they head through castle section. What's my objective right now? Charge ERS is 71. Okay, let's do that. We've got a bit of time, so let's do that. I might put it in none for a bit next lap. Need to press the middle sector hard every time. Yeah, it's definitely where we're strong, isn't it? We're a little bit weaker in the straights, but in the corners we're a lot quicker, so we need to try and make the most of that in the castle section. Last lap was a 41.1. This lap will be a 41.7. A little bit slower. Like I said, we're going to try and manage that battery a little bit better now. This is our last lap to do this, so they're fighting again. Almost there.
Great stuff, mate.
Beautiful.
Target well there. Nice one.
Lovely.
Go in this race, though, so keep your head down.
Good. Good management. Max P5. Oh, wow. They had a big battle then. They had a big battle. Because Sainz has moved up as well, so yeah. There's a big scrap happening for P3 right now, and that is good for us. That is very, very good for us. It's also good for Checo as well. Where's Albon? Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 31.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're 8th. Time last
8th place right now.
1 minute 42.5.
Looks like he's one-stopping as well. I heard it was on a hard tyre, so I assume Alex is one-stopping. Come on. Zinchenko 1-0. No way. 8-1 on aggregate. I don't know about you, but I feel like that game might be over.
Gap to your teammate behind, 31.9 seconds.
Is F125 out? No. Lewis Hamilton's minute took account. Good for him. Seven seconds to Checo. Still opening up. Ooh, that's a bit deep. Don't do that. Where's Albon? P8 right now. Come on. Yeah, Verstappen being behind Sainz right now is not good at all for him. Especially if he's lost that DRS to Charles as well. Fuel's looking okay as well. 1.1 up right now, so looking good. Outside the box inside netting. Ooh, damn. Come on. Rear right's on 12% right now, so that rear right's slowly coming up. What lap we boxed again? 38. So we've got another 10 laps of these medium tyres. Should be okay, shouldn't we? Should be okay. That rear right might come up a little bit more as the tyre starts to wear down further, but... Come on, let's go. 9.9 to Show, 10.5 to Sainz, 10.9 to Verstappen. Sainz is obviously on that two-stop as well, so it's kind of being a bit of an interference, really, with the guys around him. You could use Google Awesome Source. That usually tells you. It would be depending on what country you're in. Perez on two-stopper? Yes. Everyone who's on the medium tyre right now should be on a two-stopper. Anyone on a hard is probably on a one. Who do I think is winning the Carabao Cup? Liverpool. I also had them to win the Champions League, though, so... Who knows? And they got knocked out last night in that, so... Who knows anymore? What wheel do I have? The Mazda FSR. One more stop? Yep, one more stop. One more stop. On Twitch, can I use a command for your settings? What settings are you looking for? The feedback? Or... You're going to win in FM. Gap up into Perez as well, yep. Yeah, we're in a nice little spot right now, aren't we? As it stands, we'll come out about 10 seconds behind Verstappen, which is pretty solid, isn't it? And that'll be on a fresh soft tyre, so we can definitely gain good time. Feedback and calibration, yeah. So if you go to my Twitch, do the command FFB, force feedback, then that'll give you all my settings, both Mazda and the game. Who's our teammate? Alex Albon. You got this race win easy, mate. Let's find out what happens to that soft tyre. Because the soft tyre deck does kick in a lot more than the mediums, so... I think by the end of the stint, they'll be very even with the hards. I mean, sure enough, I'd imagine the next 4 or 5 laps, less than maybe, we might start seeing that hard tyre becoming the better tyre. The gap to Show right now is 10.1. It looks like that gap's coming down, doesn't it? So I think we're already in a bit of a crossover between these mediums and hards. He's definitely getting on Perez now, that's for sure. And he has broken away from the DRS of Carlos Sainz. So Show could start clawing back some time here. Let's find out what our lap time is. Have we pit? Yes. Yeah, it's back under 10 seconds now. Look at that, 9.9. So we're starting to claw back some time now. 42.1 was our lap time. So these tyres are starting to drag down a little bit now. And that hard tyre is in its element. So we are starting to see that crossover happening. Right about now. Where's the in-game settings? Command FFB. Oops, a little bit too on the brakes there. Box this lap? No, not yet. If we box this lap, we go hard. There's no point. I was a little of the brakes to turn through there. That might cost a bit of time.
Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
Mid-game save. Did someone redeem it? Achieve a lap time on 45.1. That should be easy. It's just the Mazda settings. I also mentioned there that the In-game is set to default. We'll do a mid-session save real quick then. Science box for hards? Really? Did he actually? Oh, he did. Box next lap for hards? I don't think I want to. We had 10 seconds to Carlos. I don't think we need to box. I think we can stay out and go soft still. He won't undercut us. Yeah, we're doing a 2-stop. Looks like we've got a cockpit view coming up unless it's blocked. To which it is not.
Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work.
Cockpit view for this
Still a long
lap.
way to go, though.
You met one of the drivers? Nice. Who did you meet? Parents boxing? Yep. He's on hards as well. Everyone's going hards, aren't they? No one's opting for the soft tire. No one's going softs. Is that telling?
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
What does luck do?
Everything's good.
Nothing. It just tells me that you're in luck mode. You're still watching the stream, but not active, basically. I hate softs in this game. Depends on the track. Tracks like Silverstone, the softs are great. It all depends on the track, really. Miami, they kind of suck. Oh, well, to be fair, Miami sucks in general. I hate Miami generally, so that's a mutual feeling. The camera was sick through Castle. Yeah, I shit myself. Code brown every time I go through Castle in this mode. 9.6 to show. That gap has kind of maintained, isn't it? Lap 40. At the moment, we're boxing lap 38. So, 5 more laps. What's up, Peter? Want to keep it on that Perez gap? Yeah, 26 right now. As long as it stays above 20, we're good. At the moment, I think we'd come out right alongside George Russell. Lando Norris just gone fastest. 9.7 to show. He has broken away from Verstappen, isn't he? Oh, that was close. To the wall on the right-hand side as we get a little bit of a slide at the top of the hill. What position's Lando? I think he's just inside the top 10. I'm not sure at the moment. Nearly did Leclerc, yeah, nearly. Would be fancy of the name, wouldn't we? Charles Leclerc's on an I'm stupid. Now we've got to do it with Arthur as well, right? It's got to happen at some point. Tell you what, 9.9 to Charles this lap, actually. I think we opened up that gap a touch, didn't we? I think we opened up that gap just a tiny bit. 41.3, that's a solid lap. Not bad at all. I'm good, Peter. You're maintaining gap pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we're opening it up. That's the thing. I'm very surprised it's opening up because it was coming down, wasn't it? So I don't know if they're just charging their charging their batteries and saving their tire a little bit, maybe. But let's find out what their lap times are. Driver behind.
Leclerc behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 12 laps old, and the time last lap 1:41.7.
It's not a great lap time, is it? That is not a fantastic lap time. Considering we just did a 41.3, I mean, that is not good for Charles. Seems as if the hards are not working. Or they're going through a weird phase or something. It's still 10.2 right now, so... That's actually really bad. Yeah, it's really not a good lap at all. It could have been a one-off, maybe. I don't know, but... Verstappen's looks like he's caught into that 1 second of Charles, so... I don't know if this is Charles struggling or the hard struggling. Tough to say at the moment. Maybe temps? I don't know. Let's see how lap time is this time around. Yeah, Verstappen's definitely within 1 second. I think Charles might be struggling. 41.7 that time for us, so we were a tiny bit slower that time around. But again, we're on an old medium tyre. It's more understandable that we're doing 41.7s. I mean, let's be honest, the hard tyres probably should be doing consistent low 41s, high 40s most likely at this point. 1-1. Perez and Russell also falling back, yeah. He is back within 10 seconds now. But he has brought Verstappen with him. Verstappen's really caught up to him. Bit of a strange phase of the race, this, isn't it? What's our grid position? P3. Qualified P3, started P3. Ooh, bit of a slide at the top. Once again. Maybe shot a mistake somewhere, maybe. I mean, again, we are strong through the castles, so that's not a huge surprise. We need Verstappen for some safety car luck right now. You mean Verquacken? No, I think a safety car would hurt us, if anything. I mean, no, it actually wouldn't. No, a safety car would be good. I mean, I don't know, actually. Would it be good? Because surely everyone else would box, right? I don't know. I feel like... I don't think the softs would go this long. 16 laps on the soft tyres would be very difficult.
Okay, we're approaching
41.2, that was a good lap. 41.2 was decent there. Lap times are very consistent. Almost always in the 41s. Got a couple of 42s, but 41s is our frequent passage. And Verstappen and Leclerc are battling. And that's going to hold him up a bit more. Value Williams can race like this in real life? Yeah. Tell me about it. Yep. Big scrap between Verstappen and Charles. And that's good for us. Very good for us. That gap has opened up to nearly 12 seconds now. Wow. He was 9.8 a couple laps ago. Now he's 11.6. That's why sometimes it's not always a good idea to battle. Can cost yourself big time. We're still going soft at the end? Yes. These tyres still feel pretty solid, though. I mean, we have to stop. We've used two different tyres, but they're both medium tyres. We've not changed compounds, so we still have to box. There's very little option, really. When will you pit? So right now we're suggesting 38, but I feel like it can go a tiny bit longer. These mediums still feel pretty solid. We have to box red wine. We have no choice. Maybe we box lap 40? 41 maybe? Well, I don't know. The thing is, we need to make sure we give ourselves enough time to make sure we can get by both Verstappen and Charles. Russell's gap has also kind of kept the same, really, isn't it? So our pace is really good. I've got to use two compounds who got disqualified. Yep. I mean, you usually get a warning for it as well. It usually tells you that you have to change your tyres. So lap 39, trusts. Could be 39. Max has passed Charles, yeah. They'll keep battling, though. They've lost another second from their battles. There you go, they're battling again. I mean, that battle was really hurting them. That battle was really, really hurting. Jesus. 13.5. Good Lord. They're shooting themselves in the foot with those battles. We might be ahead of Russell. We should be. It'll be tight, but we should be ahead of him. I mean, these medium tires are holding on really nicely. I've not really seen a drop in pace in these tires yet. At this rate, you might come out ahead of them. Who knows? Who knows? We definitely won't be far behind, that's for sure. Look at about 6 or 7 seconds.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
What do we think, chat? Boxing or hold out a little bit longer? Will you be ahead of George? We should be. Might be tight, though. Do we box or stay out? Couple more laps, you reckon? I'm down for a couple more laps. These tires still feel good. And if they're battling each other, it helps out a lot more to go on the soft tires later. I'm definitely down for a couple more laps. $41 bucks you're still getting, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. 40-41 can be perfect. And that should give us the full length of the soft tire. Oh my god. Huge rear lockup.
Still looking good.
Good god, that could have got scary. Okay, so, anyone change their minds? I might have to box for new underwear real quick. Galactic is around, you should make us the podium. You're not wrong.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance and the speed
13.5.
as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
It's okay, chat. I was a little bit deep on the brakes, it's my bad. We'll be alright. We'll go one more. We'll go one more. At least. Did we ever decide Galactic's fate? Yeah, he's permanently banned from community races. Never to feature again. I think we'll target maybe 40. 13.3 to Leclerc. Yeah, he did get in a little bit that time. Not a surprise, really. Verstappen's attacking at turn 1, though. Or maybe not, actually. Charles survives this time round. Maybe at turn 3 they'll battle. How long does softs last? In terms of their peak performance, maybe 6 or 7 laps. Durability-wise, maybe up to 12, 13. Before they start dropping off quite drastically. You not boxing was a bad decision 2 laps ago. It's funny because I gapped him since 2 laps ago, so I don't think it was that bad a decision. Put up random. We'll be alright, chat, trust. We'll be alright. Trust the process. We'll be alright. Rear right's at 24, rear left at 19. Alright, we'll do one more. End of 43 box, chat. End of 43 box. Gap right now to George Russell, 21.8. Could be tight on pit exit between us and the Brit. Verstappen and Leclerc, I think we'll probably scrap again at turn 1. So, Verstappen didn't get past on this lap. We box this lap, chat. Boxing end of 40, this lap. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
In we go this lap. That's expand for all future community races. Yep. He'll never step foot in one again. He's got a court hearing next week as well, so his fate will be decided fully there. I press charges for emotional damages. So I expect Hamilton to go for that 2021 trophy in court as well. That's what I'm saying. How can I join those races? The community races? Sign-ups come out every Sunday. So just get yourself signed up, and then you'll be in the list, essentially. The sign-up comes out at 5 p.m. Sunday, so keep your eyes on it. Unless there's changes to it, but I'll obviously announce on Discord, as always. Mini Swag, thanks for following on Twitch, dude. Appreciate you, man. Welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. All right, here we go. Boxing this lap. Let's do this. In we go. We are going to come out behind Leclerc and Verstappen. Might be tight to Russell. Let's see. No speeding, please. All right, here we go. Fresh soft tyres being bolted on. Not a slow stop this time. Good stop this time around. And it's going to be about, 19 seconds. That should be ahead of George, and it is miles ahead of George. Lovely. 19-second pit stop in total. That is beautiful. And the gap to the front two, ladies and gentlemen, 4.6 to Max Verstappen, 5.2 to Charles Leclerc. Difference is, we're on a fresh soft tyre. We are going to have a lot of grip through the corners. Here we go. Got to make the most of these soft tyres. Might take a lap to warm up, but need to make the most of this now. We're still a little bit cold. 40.3 from Pierre Gasly. Beatable. Definitely beatable. This is the section we're getting a lot of time in, I think. I'm not sure if 10 laps is enough to catch them. We'll see. We will see. Come on. Yeah, we're getting good in the corners right now, aren't we? Getting good in the corners. And if they fight as well, that would help out even more. Just don't fight directly in front of me. Please. I beg. Do make it a second lap. 10 laps is more than enough. Should be. If the gap's 4 seconds, I would think so, but let's find out. Let's find out. Have they pit? Yeah, they pit ages ago. They're on a one-stop strategy, so that's a little bit deep there. They did scrap a little at turn 2 there, didn't they? And that's already cost them a second right there. This is going to be a comfortable one, isn't it, chat? This should be a comfortable one. Through turn 3 we go. Albon P8? I think so, yeah. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind, 24.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. They're 8th.
Yeah, still P8.
Last lap time, 1 minute 42.3. Okay,
I wonder what would have happened if he qualified well in Q3.
Right, here we go. Let's look to get past.
I mean, look at this.
Put them on the back foot.
Look at this. We're already nearly inside DRS. We might even get it next lap. Think it's safe to say we're on the right strat here, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's safe to say. Love inside curve there. Just got to make sure we stay inside that 1 second. Through this tight left-hander. Bit of that outside curve, and here we go. We've not got a lot of battery, so we won't pass at turn 1, I don't think. But we'll definitely be close enough for possibly a move at turn 3. DRS will be available for ourselves. Is Max Verstappen going to make a move on Charles? Let's see. DRS wide open for ourselves. And we'll just line him up a little bit here. We do go fast as well. 39.8. That's a bit deep at turn 1 there, though. And we have gone fastest over a lap in this race now. Fastest lap of the race for ourselves as we exit out at turn 2. Have we got the battery for an attack at turn 3? Let's find out. I think we're a little bit tight here. Verstappen is also going to look up for a move on Charles Leclerc. I think we're too far back this time. So they'll hold for the time being. We'll just have to sit on the back of the gearbox of the Red Bull just for this lap. But it gives us a chance to charge our battery up. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to overtake just yet. We're just going to charge up the battery. And we're going to make these moves count. We want to get by. And we never want to see face again. Look at that battery coming up beautifully. 60%. Dutch with a gifted sub to F1 Gamer as well. Thank you much, Dutch, for that gifted sub, buddy. I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Get us a spin chat to welcome F1 Gamer into Vince fam on behalf of Dutch. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man. Come on. Yellow flags. That's behind us? Wait. Nice, Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc's out of the race. I thought it was George Russell behind us. It's not. Charles Leclerc, with only 8 laps to go, is out of this race, which means there's only one thing left to do. DRS will be wide open on Max Verstappen. There's little the Dutchman can do here. Round the outside we go, into the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Now imagine that was a safety car. Looks like nothing so far, but we are in the lead of this race. Verstappen will have DRS down towards turn 3. And the tyres still looking pretty meaty. Plenty of meat on the bone on this tyre.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I mean, George Russell's basically scammed a win here. Not a win, sorry, a podium. Simply lovely. That's what we do, baby. Let's not get too complacent, though. Still a good 7 laps to go. .5, brought that DRS beautifully. Who voted for you beating Charles? Yeah. Think it's safe to say that might happen. For anyone who voted on Charles Leclerc to win out the 2, that's bitter. I think it's safe to say you can pay out the prediction on that one. Even if we DNF, technically we're still ahead, so... Yeah, unfortunate for Charles, but... what can you do? Has your blood DNF'd? Yep. Charles Leclerc DNF last lap. Which made it a lot easier to get by Verstappen, let's say that. And now the gap's 1.8. And this should be a comfortable win. Verstappen will lead the championship. The gap will come down a tiny bit, though. It will drop by 7 points. Actually, possibly 8 if we hold on to the DRS hit. So that 65 will turn into 57. Where's Charles? Who's going to tell him, chat? Who's going to tell him? 256,000 going to 22 people. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is F125 already out? Nope. F125 comes out probably mid-May, late May, something like that. Leads 21 0 though. Ah, well, he can be happy somewhere. Beta signups for testing F125 are out now. That is true. The beta is going to be out very soon. So for those of you who want to maybe get an early touch on the game, get an idea for it, the beta will be out soon. You can apply for that on the EA website. So if you want to play F125 early, might be an option there for you. You can apply for the beta, be a tester, get a feel for the game. 8K in, 11 out. That's not bad. Pretty low return, really, isn't it? Rich, thanks for following us on Twitch, mate. Appreciate it, dudes. Welcome in as well. Do I have to apply for it? I don't think so, no. I'm inside of the EA Creator Network, so I don't think I need to apply for it. Usually we just get it given to us. 2-1 Rice, nice. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but here we are. Is there another prediction worth doing for the rest of the race? We could try and go for fastest laps. I don't know. Maybe can we beat a 39.5? I don't know. Will we beat Max by 7 seconds or more? That's not a bad shout, to be fair. How's his tire doing? Let's have a quick look. 2 Sterling assists? No way. Oops. Tires are looking pretty good, aren't they? So... yeah, I don't know. Probably not really worth it, really, with 5 laps to go, but... we'll strive to open up that gap a bit more. Watch us get wing damage now. It's going to happen, isn't it? We're 100% going to get wing damage at some point now. Lap time comparison. Let's have a look. Driving behind. We did a 40.1 last time. I'd imagine it's like a 41.5.
Their tyres are 24 laps old. Time last lap, 1:41.5.
Too good. Too good. Simply lovely. I think it's safe to won the gift of sub leaderboards. Unless someone else does a madness, then yeah, probably. Save the game. Gonna do a mid-session save. Say less. Say less. Over a second lap faster? Yeah, 1.4 seconds faster right now. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. So what's that in aggregate now? Is it 9-1? It genuinely might go double figures. Purple first sector. Go on then, let's go for it. Let's go for the purple, shall we, chat? Oh yeah, 9-2, sorry, yeah. I forgot their squad again. Let's go for the purple lap. 6.7 to max. Jesus Christ. We are flying. Purple middle sector. Here we go. What's this going to be? 39.4, I predict. 39.4, let's see. I'm a little bit tight on battery here, though, so might lose a little bit down the straight. Down the line we go. 39.1. Damn. That generally could have been a 38 if we had more battery. We ran out right towards the end. Yeah. I think this is in the bag, chat, isn't it? I think this is in the bag. Gorgeous stuff. Basically quality laps right now? Oh, basically am, yeah. A 39.1 would probably be like a slow Q1 lap, basically. Like a banker Q1 sort of thing. Where can I apply for F1 preview? It's not a preview, it's the beta. So yes, you do kind of like get the game early, but it'll be very limited what you can do. Very, very limited. Oh, Jesus. You'll probably be able to do like a 5 lap single player Grand Prix. Maybe do online lobbies with 5 laps as well. But it'll be with F1 World cars too. You won't be able to use like the actual F1 24 cars, or F1 25 cars, I should say. When's the next race? Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be in Singapore, which will be even tougher actually. Singapore will be a tough one for sure. Is it going to come up for PS4 as well? You can apply for the beta on any platform, I believe. I signed up the second I saw it. Yeah, I think most people did. But yeah, I believe you can select what platform you want to play on. So as long as the game is coming out on PS4, which I imagine it will, then you'll be fine. Cooking, I see. We are indeed. We are indeed. Thoughts on restart session? We've done mid-session saves, so not going to get me on that one. If you had one stop, you're battling now? Yeah. Yeah, if we had one stop, we'd have been cooking. No. Debatably cooking, I should say. 2 stop was a guaranteed cook. 1 stop was yeah, uncertain cook. What game? What? Oh, for the beta, F125. Drop badge to DNF Max for the championship. I could do. Feel like that's quite unethical, but, you know. Sure, it's been worse in the past. Where did we qualify? P3. P3. Next lap's Plot 1, ladies and gentlemen. 10.1 seconds, the gap to Verstappen. And these tyres are still feeling pretty fine as well. Do you know what? I'm going to recharge the entirety of lap 50. We're going to try and go for another purple lap. Let's try and get in the 31s. Sorry, not 31s, 38s on lap 51. We're going to go for an entire recharge lap here. Do you think they'll go back to V10 engines? Might even go to like V8s or V12s. Who knows? I just want something that isn't the V6 hybrids, really. Then I'll be happy. Oh, a cockpit view for it as well. I don't know if we'll get a fast lap in cockpit view. Yeah, look at that. Already 100% battery. Beautiful. Sabby, my goat. Sabby, my goat.
Been a while.
Yo, Blitzy, thank you much for the 5-month resub as well. I appreciate that. Thank you much, Blitzy, for the 5 months today. I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. Get a slow spin chat to welcome Blitzy into Vince fan for the 5 months. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome in. All right, let's see if we can do it. Let's see. Keep the blocks up, chat. Keep the blocks up. We'll try and set this fastest lap. It's relentless action right now. I hope you're keeping up with this, K-Cray. I hope you're keeping up with this. I think it stayed blocked.
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
Right, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Went a bit wide at turn 2 with that oversteer. Purple first sector. Oh, nearly went a little bit deep in the castle section. Oh, touched the wall. Is that going to hurt the lap time? Gonna be tough, this, isn't it? Gonna be tough. Through the end section we go, ladies and gentlemen. Down to the line for the final time. Here in Azerbaijan, lap 51 of 51. We're gonna gap Verstappen by 12 seconds across the line. That strategy was pinpoint. We didn't quite go fast at the end there, unfortunately. Couple of little mistakes in the middle. But ladies and gentlemen, winners in Baku. Back to back, baby. Back to back. This car just loves tracks that have a good bit of straight line speed. It loves it. Don't know if we'll get the same for Singapore, but we are on a very big high right now. Very big high.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potential.
We're coming, Verstappen.
Special,
We're coming.
but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long
I
way
think
to
he
go.
held on to second place, I guess, right? Wait, is that him in P3 there? Or was it Checo? I think Checo was closing up to George.
Williams have put in an incredible performance out on the track.
We'll find out, I
today.
guess.
I'm so glad all the
Championship
hard
battle in
work
full
of theirs
force?
has
Yeah,
finally
maybe we
paid
are in
off.
a unexpected battle for the championship. In a damn Williams as well. Wasn't expecting this. But we have had a lot of very fast tracks lately, though. So that's where the car is more suited to. I don't know if that'll be like that for the last 7 races we have now, but I sure hope so. I would very much like it to be. Oh, man. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Winners once again. 5th time this season, we find ourselves on the top step. And yeah, it was Sergio Perez. Verstappen, I think, did get P2 in the end then. Oh, man. Check out a Liam cap. Yeah, it's got the AlphaTauri hat, hasn't he? Very good. Confirmed Arthur is high. DSQ failing drug test.
Well,
Yeah,
that was certainly
definitely
an
some
exciting weekend of
PDs being
Formula
used right now,
One.
isn't there?
Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula
Oh,
One
man.
very soon.
Unreal. Unreal. 26 points. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are flying right now. Heading into Singapore. This is going to be a very, very good couple of races for us, isn't it? Very, very good. Singapore has some nice straights too. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in the latest update to Singapore, with the new format they use, yeah, they do, it does have more straights now, so who knows? Maybe we'll try and find more time. Maybe. But we do take home the full house of points after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez makes it a Red Bull 2-3, and they round out the podium. George Russell in 4th, Carlos Sainz in 5th, Lando Norris in 6th. Alex Albon had a pretty good race, to be fair. Started P9, finished in P7. I think that was mainly because of the 2 DNFs to Charles Leclerc and to, who was the other one DNF? Fernando Alonso, wasn't it? I think it was Fernando Alonso. And, yeah, that puts him up to P7. Pierre Gasly, P8. Stroll, P9. Lewis Hamilton in P10 right now as well. He had a pretty good race as well, starting 17th, finishing the points. So he'll be fairly content with that, but probably was hoping for a bit more. Oscar Piastri finished up 11th. Tsunoda, Bottas, Ocon, and Hulkenberg in that top 15. Zhou Guanyu, Danny Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen round out the rest of the finishers. Just the 2 retirements again today, with Charles Leclerc and Fernando Alonso retiring throughout the Grand Prix. So, yeah, not a good day for Charles. It was looking like he could possibly get back on top of us in the championship early on, but it hasn't panned out that way, and we've actually gapped him even further now. We are now 57 points behind Max Verstappen. Are we on a potential late championship charge? We could be, you know. We could be. We know this car is quick in any track that has straight lines. Singapore does have a good few, so maybe in Singapore we could try and bring that gap down even further. 57 points. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It'll be tough, but long way to go still in this season. But we have now got also a, what is that, 33-point gap right now to Lando Norris in 3rd place at the moment too. Charles Leclerc, obviously, with that DNF, unfortunately for him, stays in P4. Actually drops down to P4, I should say, on 202 points. So he loses out a lot of points for us in today's race. Carlos Sainz in 5th, Alonso in 6th, Perez, Russell, Hamilton, and Piastri in the top 10. Alex Albon up to 25 points now. He's gaining on Lance Stroll heading into the late stage of the season as well. We still have 4 drivers yet to score a point this season. Kevin Magnussen, Danny Ricciardo, Zhou Guanyu, and Nico Hulkenberg, all yet to score a point so far in our opening season. As for the Constructors' Championship, we do find ourselves sitting in 4th place now. We've overtaken Mercedes, chat. We've overtaken Mercedes. We did not think we'd be doing that, but here we are, and now putting the pressure on McLaren as well. We're not amazingly far behind those guys either, so these last 8 races, or last 7 races, are going to be extremely tight, aren't they? Really, really tight for points. But Red Bull right now on top by 89 points to Ferrari, with McLaren in 3rd. We're not too far away, only 54 points away from McLaren. Mercedes only 22 away from us as well. Aston Martin in 6th on 190. Then Racing Bull, Alpine, Sauber, and Haas completing the rest of the 10 there as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, that sums up another simply lovely weekend's worth of work. Bids for F1 driver instead of Checo. Imagine. We also had Barney as well coming in with that Twitch Prime as well. I'm sorry, Barney. I was a little bit late to that. Then watch Barney for the Twitch Prime there for 7 months, dude. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been chat to welcome Barney into Vince Fam for the 7 months as well. I appreciate that. We are now 85 rated as well. Jesus. We are absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking. Big bro DNF. Big bro DNF, yes. Online race, please. Online races are on Sundays. We always do open lobbies and community racing on Sundays. So make sure to be here for Sunday stream, if that's what you want. Yeah, I think the dinner tonight at the family table might be a little bit awkward. There's gonna be some serious words exchanged. I don't think Charles gonna be very happy, let's say that. I think Arthur will be fine, but Charles, yeah, not so much. In real life, Red Bull are crap at Singapore. To be fair, I mean, they weren't great in Baku this year either, to be honest, but... They were doing okay with Sergio Perez, to be fair. He was probably on course for a top 3, but then obviously had that big collision with Carlos at the end, didn't he? So... right. Yeah, we are beating our contract performance by a mile right now. Our target was 81 rating. We're at 85 right now, so we are definitely cooking with that. Secret meeting? Doesn't look like it, no. Doesn't look like it. Right. Let's have a look at the R&D then, shall we? Got 1.6k to spend. What should we look at? I don't think we need any more powertrain upgrades, I think that's safe to say. Maybe a chassis? 625. We can get a couple upgrades, to be fair, can't we? We can get a couple upgrades. What about durability? What's durability looking like? MGUH for 764. Deadcore redeemed. Go for Deadcore. How's Williams so low on the car ratings? To be fair, we are joint with like 3 other teams. We are joint with 3 other teams. Not a big surprise. Chassis upgrades. We could do weight redistribution. We can do weight reduction. Or tire wear. I don't really like the tire upgrades. The tire upgrades kind of end up killing the car, if anything. So I'm not going to do that, I don't think. So either weight reduction or... To be fair, we could do both, actually. We do both? Our chassis sucks. Look at that. 3rd worst in the chassis right now. I mean, that's a pretty big... Look how many teams are even on the R&D, by the way. For the chassis. Aston Martin, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, Racing Bull. Basically all the exact same position on the on the chassis R&D. We might join them as well, to be fair. Okay, we'll go with both of those. We can afford them, so let's do it. Couple of nice chassis upgrades. That'll do us beautifully for whenever they arrive. All right.
Okay, mate.
There we go.
Say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car.
Big choice there, yeah. I think it was good. I did see both of them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go then. That is going to do it for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We will be back again tomorrow evening, ready for the Singapore Grand Prix for tomorrow. Are we going to go for a hat-trick of wins? A 3-peat, maybe? Who knows? We've won 4 of the last 5 races, so... Sorry, not 4 of the last 5 races I'm talking about. 3 of the last 5 races, I should say. We won in Belgium, we won in Monza, we've also won in Baku as well. So we're taking our 5th win of the season and 3 wins in our last 5 races as well. We have been cooking up a beautiful few results lately. So hopefully Singapore, we can try and continue that. I'm not expecting it. I think Singapore will be a bit tougher on the car than Baku was. But who knows? Who knows? After that, of course, next week we'll have Kota, Mexico, Brazil, and then the week after we'll have Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. So we are into the final stages of the season now, and hopefully we can try and maybe push Verstappen for that championship. It'll be a tough one, but we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All the upcoming tracks have some nice straights. Yeah, to be fair, that is true. I'd say the only one we might struggle at, maybe, is Qatar. Maybe Brazil as well, actually. I know Brazil has a long straight down towards turn 1 and turn 4, but the rest of the track is quite windy. So maybe Brazil as well. But Singapore, USA, Kota, Vegas, Mexico, Abu Dhabi, they've got quite a few nice straights, haven't they? So maybe we will have a favored car for the last 8 races. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, 7, sorry, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. How did the last of us in Monza? We did. Do we end career if we win the WDC? No. I know you want me to do Bearman, Lucas, but no. We'll be doing a season 2. We're not going to win the World Drivers' Championship this season, I don't think. It'll be fun to try and chase that Max down, but let's be honest, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, that is going to do it for the nights. So, We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we'll be heading into the Singapore Grand Prix. It's going to be a tough one, but hopefully we can try and go for that three-peat. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night where we do raid over and say hello to someone. So, let's use live, shall we? We got Fabio live right now. We got Dana live. Should we go to Fabio? I feel like we're not raided Fabio in a hot second, so... Right, so why have I joined Fabio's stream and he's immediately going to get DSQ'd? I feel like Buddy is not happy about something. He is not happy about something. Alright, we'll say hello to Fabio. We'll say hello to Fabio. Hi, it's Dana. We do raid Dana a lot, to be fair, so... We'll go say hello to Fabio. Hopefully it's going to stay live for a bit longer, but I don't know. We'll see. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is me done and dusted for the night. How about you guys tomorrow? 5 UK time as always. Tomorrow, we will head to the Singapore Grand Prix and hopefully pick ourselves up another big win. Maybe not, but at least we can get some big points. I'll be happy if we can do that. All my social medias are in the chat. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, all in the chat. Make sure to jump in on Discord if you haven't already. So we get announcements when we go live. There's a schedule so you can see what we're doing on what day. And of course, you can hang out with me and all the other viewers on Discord as well. For those on TikTok, click the link in my bio. That takes to all my social media as well. How about you guys tomorrow evening? 5 UK time as always. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you guys ready for the Singapore Grand Prix. A sweaty Singapore Grand Prix as well, might I add, tomorrow evening. Bye-bye.